Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got like
Known and prepared are two different things.
Is that what's going on? In a mouthful.
You have one more
Can
spell, but the same number of.
So I could learn any level spell I want.
First or second.
Yeah,
How
I did
come,
clarify that.
Like before, when I first started, was like I thought that meant I only had 4 spells and 3 spells, but I could technically have like all second level spells, right?
You can know 8 different spells.
It doesn't matter what their levels are.
Right.
Okay.
But you can only cast them so many times.
Yeah.
That is
So
correct.
that's a trick. You don't want to go like 5 level 3 spells and just like 1 or 2 level 1s that you never use.
Jamie, I'm gonna pick my spell mid-battle. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's fine, man. You do you.
Oh shit!
Mid-battle?
Some fire monsters. Jamie, my next spell is Water Man.
All right. I look forward to the counter. All right, welcome everybody back to Dungeons and Dragons. This is our Descent into Avernus campaign, episode 50. We've been doing this for a while, and we have we've gone through quite a few episodes. We've come a long way too. Everyone here's level 11. Been through a lot of adventures, all the way from we started at 3, correct? I think we started at 3.
Is it 5, like Pokemon?
No, I thought we started at 5.
Did we start at 5 for real?
No,
I don't
did
think
we
started
start at 5?
I don't remember.
I never gave anyone the opportunity to fly day 1 on the campaign. That's crazy. Unless they pick a bird person, in which case maybe.
No, he just would have outlawed bird people.
I would have. No joke.
It's like,
get that flying stuff out of here that early.
Hashtag no birds. No birds.
Last time we met up, you guys had gotten to a 3-hour fight down in the pit with the huge screaming giant, and then group 1 of enemies, and then group 2 of enemies, and I'm pretty sure group 3 of enemies being the wasps. And
I just want to point out, I'm very disappointed in you, Jamie. You did not give us the song.
Hey, look,
I tried.
You were supposed to say. You were supposed to say last time y'all were down in the pit.
Well, I'll tell you what. Whoever wants to do it, you got a real easy recap this week. So, anyone quickly volunteering for it?
Ding.
There you go. All right, Elgin. Let's hear what you got.
You better sing it.
We fought a bunch of stuff.
Sing it in the phrase of the pit. Mouse rat, please.
There you go. Wait a minute. Let me start. We went into the pit. We were in the pit. We fought in the pit. Wait a minute. Oh wait, and most of us almost died. Most of us almost died. Most of us almost died in the pit. Woo! There you go. And we won. And we won. We did win. We fought, was it 3 or 4 different groups of folks? It was some 1990s WWE Attitude Era, D-Generation X versus the Corporation versus the Ministry versus Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock versus everybody. Just the brothers. It was crazy. It was pandemonium. It was dogs and cats living together. It was terrible. It was terrible. But we won.
It was chaos.
And we set Koshichi. We set Koshichi free. He is his burdens, his chains have been lifted from his person, and the second that we did so, he was like and vanished. He hit us with that Niles vanish. For those of you who remember Vine back in the day, for the 3 people that know about Vine still, if you still have Vine committed to memory, but he vanished from our sight, left us in the pit. And yeah, we went to we gathered ourselves, and I believe I don't think we decided this in game. Oh yeah. Did we decide? I can't remember if we decided in game or if this was like post game which way we were going, but we determined our next destination. That was last week's game in a nutshell.
And I did a heckin' wind.
Yes, you did. It was actually. I will definitely say. Hayes was the MVP. During the fight, Hayes was the MVP because it for damn sure wasn't me. I damn near died twice.
I'm flattered.
I did.
I
damn near died twice. Stab almost died. I think Doya was damn near close. If not for Wild Shape, Doya would have died.
I was fine in Wild Shape. As you guys I'm worried about.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if you got knocked out of Wild Shape, you would still have all your hit points.
Yeah,
if you didn't have Wild Shape, we'd all have been screwed.
True.
But yeah, that was everything that had occurred.
All right. Yeah, you can have some inspiration. It was a big long battle of chain devils and hell wasp and hell hounds and a giant screaming the whole time, but yeah, you guys pulled through. Just barely.
Oh, and we're also level 11 now. There
you are level 11 now, that's correct. You guys had to use some big guns to handle that. So hopefully you still got a little bit of ammunition left, because you never know what's around the corner, right? So, Elgin, you have inspiration, and I think we can go ahead and just jump over to the game.
Let's just jump on into it.
So, you guys are, I'll go ahead and say you've gotten out of the pit. I'm not going to make y'all roll and battle for all of that. You climb back up in similar fashion to how you got down. You use pythons and ropes and all sorts of stuff to just make sure you guys are nice and secure. Once you're at the top of the pit, you see your vehicle sitting out to the side. Lulu quickly flies over the edge of the chasm that you're crawling out of to see Krykendall just sitting there petting his chicken, leaning on your vehicle. He looks at you and has a goofy grin and just waves. What would y'all like to do?
Are you guys loaded in?
I'm still paused, but
Do you guys see the Baldur's Descent intro thing?
oh wait, I see a bunch of stuff
I'm
now.
seeing it too.
Okay, I see the map now.
Yeah, me too now. Hey, Stab gets closer to the car and looks inside and sees if he touched his seat. I don't want them touching my driver's side.
Is Stab the kind of guy that has a photographic memory of like what a seat exactly looks like that he last sat in?
Stab is the type of guy that smells, and then if he smells something that's not him in his seat, he gets furious.
So he's got a hella nose, huh? All right, well, it doesn't smell any different inside of this car right now in your seat area.
All right. It looks like the chicken pooped everywhere.
Make a perception check.
Oh, damn, I have to go from this fucking long-ass page of spells, man.
It's just perception. Front page.
Yeah, it's in the middle. It should be in the middle of your sheet.
I was browsing all the spells I could learn, though, because I didn't know I could get one.
Well, hey, you can very quickly looking for chicken poop. This wouldn't be a problem.
Stab is perception?
Yep.
There it is.
Did you find it?
It didn't show up. You might need to click. You might need to click the was it Beyond 20 icon on that page, because it shows you rolled in the Beyond.
His stuff should be working. It shows a sleight of hands on here 13 minutes ago.
I literally just went to the spell pages and then it stopped working.
Oh, I need to refresh your page.
Literally.
You know what?
Yeah, I see the sleight of hand from earlier, but like, I saw when he rolled just a minute ago. If you look in the chat, like the roll went there, not
Refresh
to
that page.
Yeah, I see it too.
He's good. This is a good spot to figure this out, as opposed to
All
a little later on.
right. What does Stab
You
see?
see some, a few small, disgusting little puddles near one of the front wheels of the car. They look rather fresh.
Stab looks at the dude and he's like, "Hey, clean that up."
But it's outside. That's all right, isn't it?
Okay. Stab gets in the car.
And you climb on in.
All right, I don't know where we're going, guys, because I forget what we're supposed to do.
Well, everyone else is still outside, so right now you're just talking to an empty car.
Oh. Stab rolls down the window and says exactly what he said. Where we going, guys? Where we going?
Believe on the climb up, we decided that Elanthius would know where the sword is, and that would be our best bet.
Believe a return to Elanthius would be in our best interest.
I'm just here to help. So
All right, well, let's get moving then. No point in staying around here. You guys getting in?
yeah, hop in. I'll sit in my regular seat.
Are you riding with us or on your steed?
It's already here, so may as well.
Then I guess I will go ahead and load up. Once everybody's behind me, I'll shut the door.
All right.
Krakendolt follows in behind you, Doya, and then Lulu flutters in as well and just kind of sits on the ground next to you, Stab.
On the ground next to me.
Yeah, she's not sitting in the chair. She's kind of sitting in, you know how cars only got 2 seats, and then the area in the middle, the kid can kind of lean forward and see what's going on.
Uh-huh.
And she's doing one of those.
Lulu is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Lulu, hold on to something, okay?
Okay.
Hayes, where are we going, man? Just point, and I'll follow the finger.
Oh, I mean, I believe we're just going back the way we came.
All right.
We're headed
Stab.
back to the crypt, yes? And I'll look over at Doya.
Stab just fishtails his fucking thing around and just goes the opposite way. Oh, whoa. Actually, what the fuck is that dude's name? You just said it.
Am I Krakendolt?
Stab doesn't know his name. Hey, you guy. You there?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Where do I drive? Where's the Elanthius?
I don't...
Point with your finger. Don't point with your words. Point with your finger.
I'll lean forward and say, we're trying to get to the crypt of the Hell Rider.
Oh, I can help with that. I can help. Listen, it's weird in Avernus how it works, so just follow my directions, even if they don't make sense sometimes, and we'll get there in no time, okay?
All right.
Okay. He leans forward and just points for a direction you to go. That you're almost positive you did not come from that direction.
Stab goes that way anyways.
Okay, you turn to Krakendolt's directions and proceed onwards. So we're about to do a good chunk of traveling here. Is there anything anyone's looking out for or doing during this ride?
I'd like to try to get a short rest in.
Yeah. Yep, that.
Just a short rest?
Short rest,
Long rest
then I'll
if
go back to
possible.
watching.
If we're moving like this, I'd say a short rest would be possible. Long rest is going to take a little more extra effort. So
I'm going to try as hard as I can to fall
All
asleep.
right. So you guys are riding along in your hellish war machine, following Krakendolt's directions. Stab leading the charge by driving the car. And Elgin, you said you were outside on your horse. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, riding your summoned steed, keeping pace with the vehicle itself. Stab making sure to go at a speed to where the horse can keep up. Doya, you're kind of sitting inside. Just what did you say you were doing or trying to do?
Short rest.
Oh, trying to short rest, as well as Hayes. As both of you just try to get comfortable inside this thing as best you can, regardless of the uncomfortable temperatures around you, and just relax for a bit after your most recent encounter. You guys drive for about, I'll say, 2 hours, and you finally make it to a bridge, it looks like, going across this huge red river. Krikendalt simply just points at it and says, "This one should be all right to cross," and motions for you to keep going, Stab.
Do I recognize this bridge?
You don't.
For the record, did we have enough time for a short rest?
Within that 2 hours, yeah, you could have short rested. You can roll some
Just
die.
make-
Could I have rested while sleeping in the driver's seat
No, you could not.
of the car?
Absolutely not.
All right. Oh shit! I have like almost all my hit points. I don't even need it. Okay. Is there anything? I'm looking at the bridge. Is there anything that looks sketchy about it, like people, movement? Does it look abandoned? Does the bridge look okay, well kept?
The only thing that looks weird about this one, Stab, is the bridges you've crossed before have, like, small watchtowers or whatnot lining the sides that were unmanned. This one has no towers whatsoever. It is simply a bridge. It doesn't even have rails on the sides. They're like little risings, so you could quite literally just turn your wheel slightly and drive off.
Oh. What's up with this bridge, man? I'm gonna talk to the dude.
Well, it's a bridge that'll get us across where we need to go.
All right. Stab just drives casually through it.
Something
Okay.
wrong, Stab?
I don't know, man. This bridge is fucking weird, man. It's got no rails or nothing.
You start to cross the bridge, Stab. Elgin, you know, Stab, are you going slow or normal or fast, Stab? What's your speed?
Slower.
Okay. Stab slowly starts crossing the bridge, and Elgin, you are riding on your horse slightly behind him, now going at a much slower pace, and you have a much better view of what everything looks like. I'll let you make a perception check real quick.
Okay. Let's see here. Just regular?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. It's
Yay.
18. What does 18 net me?
So just looking slightly ahead on the vehicle and looking at this bridge, you could see it's probably very easy to fall off of this thing. Even just looking at the way the bridge is made, a lot of the bridges you've crossed have been made of some like deep abyssal type of stone or some weird dark metal. This one seems to be made out of, it's definitely metal of some type, but it looks, it almost looks like you see bits of decay and rust all along it. It looks iffy at best to you. What do you do with that knowledge?
How, like, is he, so you said Stab is, like, the vehicle is, like, I guess, adjacent to me? Or am
The
I a
bridge
little
is
bit behind it?
The bridge is big enough for you to be adjacent to it, but if you were, you'd have maybe 2 feet to your side before you'd have river.
Okay.
So it's very tight if
I'm
you want to
gonna
ride adjacent.
No. I'm gonna try and get his attention before we go across it. If we are we all, we're not already across it, are we?
Stab has said he is slowly crossing it, so I'd say he's probably about 40 feet in right now.
If you went for Stab's attention, he'd probably see you because he's very cautious right now.
How do you do that, Elgin?
Shit. Oh, I got an idea. Duh. Why didn't I think of this? I'm gonna shoot because he's not that far ahead of me. So
No, not at all.
What I'm gonna do, I'm not trying to hit him or the vehicle, but I'm gonna shoot a sacred flame.
Oh shit.
That like kind of trying to shoot it like, because at this point I'm assuming he's a little bit ahead of me, because I'm not going across that shit if I see it the way I see it. I'm gonna shoot it past him to get his attention, kind of like as a flare. It has
Stab,
like a
you
range of
see
60 feet.
a beam of light just quickly fall right in front of your vehicle, but not on it, just like maybe a few feet ahead of it.
Stab says, "Holy shit!" and he looks out the window to see what did it. And it probably, since Elgin's the only one there, he's like, "Oh." Stab holds out his fist. Give him the sign. What's up, man?
You're
we
muted.
Can't hear you.
I muted because I was typing. I was like, I'm just gonna kind of try and wave to get his attention.
Hey! Stab is not driving at all, and he's just parking, just yelling.
Okay, you stop the car.
What's up, man?
I'm gonna try and catch him up to where like it's where I'm close enough where he can hear me. I'm just gonna be yelling in his direction. I'm just gonna say, that bridge, I don't trust it.
All right, we could not cross it all. How far did I go on the bridge, anyways, Jamie?
I'd say you drove about 60 feet across until you've completely stopped on it, and the
What's
bridge
the percentage of bridge?
It's about a 200-foot long bridge.
We're almost half of the halfway there. We're a bit more than half of the halfway there.
That's true.
Stab is just like, okie dokie, and he grabs the little crank and puts it in reverse slowly.
you putting it in reverse and going back?
Yeah.
Okay. Criken Dolt.
Go ahead and poke my
Dwight.
head out this window.
Yeah, you can. What are you looking for?
What type of bridge is this? Are we talking like suspension, just standard pillars, truss?
Looks like some sort of pillars are rising out of the river and holding this bridge up all the way across.
How many sets?
It's about 200 feet long. I don't know how many pillars that'd be specifically. I am definitely not a bridge builder. So I don't know. Whatever the normal length of bridge pillars there'd be. 8, 10, I don't know. The regular amount. There's not an abnormally short amount of them. I'll put it that way.
So it's not like there's a wide open spans. It's just like short little bits.
Yeah.
If we don't take this bridge, what's our next best route then?
That's up to my man here.
Crikendolt says, this way would be the quickest, but if you want to go around, it'll be 8 hours.
I think we're more comfortable with the safest.
Oh, okay. Well, just be careful. And you're backing it up?
All right. Yeah, as I'm doing it, I'm going to shove my little head out the window and yell at Elgin and be like, the dude says it's going to be 8 hours to find another bridge. And he keeps backing it up.
Okay. So you're backing up on a bridge. It has no sides, and you have about 4 feet on both sides of your car, so it's not terribly difficult. So, Stab, what do you think the best check would be for reversing a car on a bridge like this? I was going to say sleight of hand.
Stealth, definitely.
Stealth. Oh, yeah. Okay, make sleight of hand's like
his way back so good.
We'll do sleight of hand.
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
All right, hold on a second. Oh wait, Jamie, I've unlocked a new ability. That dice roll was an 8. Everything 9 and lower actually becomes a 10. So you add 2 to that 21, please.
Okay, so you sneakily drive your car back, but I need you to make a sleight of hand check to see how well you actually drive it back.
Damn it, I'm sorry. Jamie, there's like a list of them, man. I can't tell which one is which next to which.
After stats. It's crazy.
Shit, my bad.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, what is that?
Man, your sleight of hand is as crazy as your stealth. Jeez. So
hold on, Jamie.
Is that an auto 10 instead of a 4?
It's an auto 10 instead of 4.
And then plus your modifier of 13?
Yeah, so it's 23.
Okay. So
the skill is called reliable talent, by the way. Do you want me to link it?
Actually, yeah, link that so we can show everyone why exactly it gets to be boosted up.
Did you get it?
No. Yes.
Okay. There it is. Yeah.
By the 11th level, you have refined your chosen skills until they approach perfection. Whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus, you can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. Very good. You gracefully back up that car on this rickety-looking bridge that you were crossing until you back up onto solid Avernus land.
All right, cracky boy. Which way to the next one, then?
He points another direction, this time almost going side by side with the river a bit.
Okay. Stab gives Elgin the fist, and then he just takes off.
Okay. He then also says, as while he's pointing, just we can't stay near the river the whole time. We'll likely see the demon and devil camps. We'll pass by part of the battle.
All right. Well, can you direct us in a way we'll be out of the way?
It'll be a bit longer, but sure.
Okay. All right, buddy.
All right. And then he points you in the same direction, and you take off. So you drive, and you drive, and you drive, and you hear the same symphony of Avernus every now and again. Sometimes a echoing scream in the background, sometimes a roar. Sometimes you'll see flying creatures ahead that don't look natural at all. Other times you'll see a small group of chickens on the side of the road as you drive by. A bit of fauna here and there. We're going to fast forward unless anyone tells me they're doing something otherwise.
And we see the city of El Zariel as we apparently drive near it.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, a better question would be, do you see the city of El Zariel during this drive? Which I can answer, but not yet. Is that okay?
Okay, because if he says it's out there, I'm going to be looking for it.
Okay. So you keeping your eyes open to see if you see El Zariel floating in the sky?
Yes.
All right. Anyone else?
I'm literally just trying my absolute best to sleep. At this point, like, I've taken my jacket and just, like, put it up over my head.
I'm just riding.
Dad is cautious driver, man.
All right. So you guys ride along. It's been about 4 hours of riding so far until you can, you start to hear distant, like, shouts. They sound like shouts you'd expect in a battle. Roars, yells, all sorts of different shouts in the distance. Krykendult says in a quiet voice, "That's the battle I was talking about, but we're going way around. It's very dangerous. Generals of Avernus will show up and fight sometimes, but it never ends. It's always going on."
Ooh. Neat.
So you show very little interest in Krykendult's talking about the battle and proceed on around the
Stab has been driving for the whole time while his friends get to sleep.
I was going to say, A's is knocked out, Doy is looking for El Zariel, and I'm not even in the car.
Stab's just kind of like, Doy, are you awake?
I'm awake. I'm trying to find El Zariel out.
And
he said it's near.
Hey, you're a smart old man, right?
Go ahead, sorry.
What's up?
When we get out of the way of the battle, take over for me. I want to get a little nap in.
Okay, you're gonna let me drive?
Should I not?
I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about old people driving?
I don't know. Same way I feel about me driving, I guess.
Fair enough. I'll try to keep the car in one piece.
All right, because it looks like our boy Hayes here is napping.
What?
You napping, Hayes? Oh, my bad, dude. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Don't worry about it. Stab, like, pulls his shirt over his head again. How it was. And he keeps driving.
All right. So you continue on driving. Hayes, I'm going to give you a chance to do a check to see if you get some sort of long rest at the end of this as well.
Sleep check.
So yeah, we'll figure that out.
So
So
we assist on his sleep check by like maybe giving him a
Someone
sleeping
sing
bag.
me a lullaby. Somebody sing to me.
yeah, what would you like to do, Doya? How do you help?
Giving him a couple of bedrolls to probably make it a little more comfortable.
Man, I
do
thought
you-
you were gonna give me a shoulder rub. Come on, bro. Come on.
So yeah, I mean, is that what you'll be doing for this duration?
I got you, Hayes. I got you. Stab gets out his flower pot filled with dirt, and he casts mold earth to create a recliner out of dirt.
No, you can't. You can't make a full recliner out of your small pot of dirt that's somehow not shattered yet.
Can I make like a fucking what's that? What's the little furniture where you just put your legs on it? It's just for legs.
It's like it's
The
not
ottoman?
a footrest.
That's
Yeah, I think
it.
that's it. That's
Dad
it.
wants to make one of those.
No, you can't. You also cannot make an ottoman with your small pot of dirt.
Stab fails at molding earth, and then he just makes a sock. Can I make a sock?
So you can draw shapes in the dirt, but you can't make it adhesive to form a sock.
I'm pretty sure I can make it shape whatever I want.
Show me the mold.
Let me
Earth.
link it,
Show
yeah.
me the mold earth.
It says mold earth.
Does his flower pot count as ground? Maybe I could make you like a hammock with the grasping vine.
Shapes, colors, spell out words, create images, shaping patterns. So you're essentially drawing in dirt, is what that's doing, or putting indentions in it, in stone and dirt. Not necessarily rising it up to form specific things, unless gravity can just hold it up. So no, you cannot do the thing you were saying with the cantrip.
I've been
mold
making
earth.
like poop on my head before in the early ones.
Yes, the fun things, yes. We're not, but 8 and a check, we get more serious. Okay, I'm going to take your
All right.
silence as a I get it, Jamie. Let's continue. All right, so
Take the silence as it's fucked.
you cut out there. I heard fucked. What?
Did you guys hear anything I said?
Like the
I
very
said
end.
take the silence as my internet is fucked up, man.
Oh,
that's what that
gotcha,
was.
gotcha.
That makes sense. Okay.
So I didn't hear anything. I'm sorry, Jamie, man.
Summed up, no,
so
you
did I make the
cannot
sock?
cannot make the sock. That's where we're at.
Okay. Let's just stop there, okay? I won't try anymore, I promise.
Okay, so you continue. Is Doya driving also?
I think he
are we-
wanted to swap in a little bit.
I wanted to swap. Stab doesn't trust Doya that much. So he's going to wait till we're safe from the battle and then switch.
Okay. Doya, at the same time, when you can hear this battle, you've been constantly peeking out the little slits on the side of this vehicle to see what you can see. Maybe you'll see a battle or whatnot. And you can actually see in the distance huge change tethering this giant piece of landmass floating in the air. You're almost positive that's El Terrell.
Can I tell how low El Terrell has gotten?
You were 99.9% sure it is much lower than you last saw it.
If I were a betting man, which Doya is definitely not, would I be able to guess at how far, like a percentage it's dropped from where we were?
I'd say that'd be almost impossible to tell given how time and distance has worked here, but I'm going to give you a chance, but it's going to be a real hard one, okay?
Got it. What are we rolling?
To do that math and remember it perfectly,
I don't need perfect. I'm looking like, it's half down, 3/4 down.
make a history check. Okay, that's nowhere near good enough. All you know is it looks much lower, but you can't really tell the pace it's going down based on how long you've been here. Your guess is maybe it'd be good for about another week, maybe a bit longer, but it's hard to tell.
Thank you.
All right, so you drive on. So you guys are driving for another 4 hours until you come across another bridge. This one looks a lot more
Jamie,
stable.
Anywhere
Yes?
between the 4 hours, did we like leave the site of battle?
Yeah, you left it after like 30 minutes. Is that when you wanted to change?
Well, at that 30-minute point, Stab's gonna turn back to Doya and be like, "All right, buddy, she's all yours."
Not done this before, but I'll give it my best shot.
It's easy. It's easy. Just wiggle it and then put your foot here. All right, cool. Stab already just gets where Doya was and just starts trying to nod off.
Okay. Doya, make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand check. Interesting.
Damn, my boy's a 20.
You get behind the wheel, and that you in your younger days, remember you've ridden a various beast or two, and this just feels like more the same, except more stable. You're able to drive the car pretty swiftly. Elgin, you don't even bat an eye at this. The car looks like it's moving just how it is before. You'd never know they even switch spots as you continue to ride along behind and slightly to the side of the vehicle.
Give Elgin the hand fist.
You see a fist pop out. Looks a lot older and yeah, a little more decrepit. Fist pops out, but a fist does pop out.
I'm just gonna giggle to myself, thinking that Doya must have just slapped Stab upside the back of his head, knocked him out, and took over the wheel.
So you guys ride on for another 3 hours, 30 minutes until you make it to another bridge. Looks a lot more durable, looks a lot more safe, and has small watchtowers alongside of it, to which Crikendolt says, this is another bridge we can use here, but the towers, sometimes they're manned and sometimes they're not, and people like to pick on those who cross, so just be aware.
I'm gonna check it up and just wait for Elgin to get alongside.
Right. You slow down. Elgin scoots on up.
Can I do the hit die thing, Jamie?
Yeah, 3 hours pass. You could do a short rest in that.
Okay.
We'll catch up if allowed.
Yeah. You catch up. No problem.
So, Elgin.
I'll just kind of give a head nod to show that I heard him.
Crikendolt says that the towers might be manned, so you might want to be on your guard.
I'll just kind of I'll turn, look at him, nod my head, and I'm just gonna kind of point at my eyes, and I'll just, because I imagine it's dusty as hell out here. I'm out in the open, flies, flies and bugs and shit. But I will say I will say hoorah as I carry on.
Okay. So are you going in front of the car?
No, I mean I'm gonna stay I'm gonna stay on point with it, but like I'm also gonna be looking around, keeping an eye out for anything that might be out of the ordinary.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check. What's up,
passengers doing?
Hayes looks insulated behind you. Stab looks like he's kind of just keeping to himself. He's leaned back on one of the chairs with his head down. Looks like he's trying to rest. And Lulu looks like she's just sitting next to Stab, looking out the windows all the time, seeing what's going on. Elgin, you look down the bridge and at the towers and try to spot for any sentries or anyone with some sort of ranged weaponry on these towers, or anything of the sort in the windows. Even you don't see anything. Everything looks
okay.
You think abandoned. You're not 100%.
Okay. I will accept that.
I'm gonna start rolling toward the bridge. Probably at, I don't know, quarter speed or something.
Okay, you slowly start to cross the bridge. Elgin, you follow?
I shall.
Okay. You cross the bridge at a very slow pace, Doya, passing 1 tower, then 2, and then 3, and then 4. And then you're on the other side of the bridge with no issues.
Hey.
All right. Where to next?
About 1 hour now, and we should be at the crypt, that way.
Then I shall start driving that way.
Okay. You drive for 1 more hour. No, nothing gets in your way this time. You make it to the crypt of the Hell Riders. Hayes. Make a constitution check for me.
Okay.
You need a 15 or is that a 14?
Yeah, 14.
Elgin,
I slept real good, right, DM?
How's your aura work? Like, what's the distance?
The distance, I believe. Here, let me double check it, because I don't know if it got the buff. This level. No, it didn't get the buff this level, but so it's 10 feet. As long as I'm conscious, it is.
I seem to remember something about Doya singing me a lullaby for advantage.
Oh, did you do that, Doya?
I gave him all the bedrolls, so that way he wouldn't be bouncing around on metal.
Oh, wait, so you didn't give him a lullaby, though?
No. I was trying to get him to lie.
You want a lullaby?
Now, let me ask again, Doya, did you give him a lullaby?
I can give him a lullaby.
What did it sound like?
Really old elf singing a lullaby.
What's that sound like?
Do it. Do it for his long rest. I see you on Google. I see it in the reflection of your face.
You don't have to if you don't want to, Doya. You can say you tried.
I got this.
Okay.
Sing the Hunger Games red light, green light song in Korean. Boku wa boku, boku, boku wa.
I'm not sure that's how it goes, Step.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Good night, good night. Have sweet dreams tonight. There's so many stars in the sky. Good night, good night. Have sweet dreams tonight. You know what? It's been a long time since I had to sing one of these.
Doya, I am so fucking proud of you for doing that and putting yourself out there. Hayes, get 2 advantages. Roll twice.
Wow.
I gotta put my chair up. I actually did lay back. All right. Ugh.
All you need is a 15. Just score 15. You're good to go.
What was this, Constitution?
Yep.
Our constitution.
And you're good to go. That's a nat 20. That is
Dude, look how good he sang, bro.
That lullaby put you right to sleep. And you felt so peaceful, just momentarily, as you gained the benefits of a long rest. However, I do need you to make a Constitution savings throw on top of it.
Okay.
Is he within 10? We're within 10 feet of each other, I imagine. Well, I guess I don't know. Would we?
You are outside of the car as you're pulling up to the Crypt of the Hell Riders, so you still wouldn't gain your aura quite yet.
Okay.
And okay, that's good,
My
Hayes.
save was a 17.
You're okay. Not exhausted from the heat. Good to go, as you feel nice and rested.
Doya, my new best friend.
Rested?
We'll see how long that lasts. You still have your
I'm getting new bracelets made.
Though you stop the car in front of the Crypt of the Hell Riders, with the familiar pillars all around you, the kneeling knights, and the crisscross pointed black onyx obelisks kind of covering the top of the entrance to the crypt.
Stab still asleep in the back?
Yes.
You don't have to sleep to short rest necessarily, Stab, unless you just wanted to.
Oh, I was hoping to go for a long rest.
No, you didn't get enough time for that.
Yeah.
If he stays here, he might.
It's true. Maybe.
At the very least, I'm going to try to open and close all of the doors quietly to get out.
Oh, you gonna let me sleep here?
You probably need it.
Yes, Stab, you would have been jostled awake by the car stopping if you want to be. That's your choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Doya do his thing and sneak off.
Okay. You've been riding for about I'll say you passed 3.5. The 3. You've been asleep for you've been resting for about 7 hours. You need 1 more hour, so we'll see what happens then. Doya, you hop out of the car. Hayes, you're up as well. Are you hopping out?
Yeah, I'll like as we would have been coming to a stop, and I'm like waking up. I'm kind of reorganizing all of the bedrolls that were around me, kind of straightening them out, and turning to Doya and saying, I didn't know you could sing like that, but I feel fantastic. Thank you.
Probably the last time I sang for little ones was. Then Doya's going to get a little sad. And Eric. And then shuffle on towards the crypt.
I'll just kind of look down for a second, and I'll just take a moment, kind of take that in, and continue kind of organizing bedrolls and putting them back out.
Lulu slides up to you, Stab, and with her trunk starts nudging your arm and whispers, "Stab! Stab!
What?
We're at the crypt, Stab. Are we going in?"
Hold on. Just chill with me.
Okay, I'm gonna chill with you. And then she just lays down next to you. What do you do, Elgin?
Since we're pulled up, I mean, I'm just gonna follow along.
Okay, you hopping off your horse and moving up to the crypt?
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off the horse and go back into the crib. We've been in here before, so like I would imagine Elgin's less cautious about this place. He's not as comfortable as he would be walking into like the Wandering Emporium, but more so than he would be going anywhere else here.
Okay. So you hop off your horse and start walking towards the car, and then slightly past it, as Doya is outside of it now, and Hayes is hopping out as well. Crikendolt says to you, Hayes, in a quiet voice, you're hopping out, I'll stay behind and watch the sleepy ones, if you, that's okay.
I'll straighten out my coat as I'm getting out, and I'll turn back around and say, that will be fine, yes.
Okay, good luck. You hop out of the car.
Walk off.
Elgin continues to just walk up to the crypt. Are you guys following now?
Once I'm to the steps, I want to go ahead and kneel down and go, for glory.
Okay. As soon as you get up to the, well, it's up the steps and then down a bit to where the door is. So I'm assuming you go up and then down a bit to the door.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As soon as you say for glory, the door is just as before. Open up. Do you go inside?
I look at my companions.
I'll make eye contact and just give a nod.
I nod my head and I just start walking in.
Okay, so the three of you walk on in. Just had it. There it is. As the three of you enter the crypt, the heat dissipates immediately as you get that cold grave chill again. The ground is still shrouded in a fog to where you can't even see your feet as it rises up to your ankles. But you are now descended into the crypt.
Well, this feels slightly familiar.
Not too many places that we've been down here in Avernus that we've actually come back to.
Speaking of, do you think the people at the church, the chapel, are still alive?
Well, El Zariel hadn't sunk into the lava yet, but I don't know how much longer that'll stay.
Wait, you saw El Zariel?
While you were sleeping, we were close enough to see the city. It's definitely a lot closer to the lava.
Was it even more on fire than it was before?
It was hard to see the top of it from the angle we were at. I can just tell you that the climb up will be a lot shorter next time.
Well, I think that works out for the best, honestly. Do you remember how far down it was?
Yes, I do.
We almost tried to bribe a demon bird to give us a ride. That was a real option.
Might not have been a bad one.
Elgin, as you enter the room, you can see a knight kneeling towards one of these huge lists of names with his head lowered, as a voice then greets you.
So you've returned.
And he stands and turns to face you. As you can see Alanthius staring at you.
I'll do a kneel, put my fist to my chest and say, "For glory." And then stand up. Yes. We are back. We set free Koshchichi.
I'm gonna walk up behind Elgin, just a little bit too casually for the situation, almost, and just say, "Why do you walk so fast?" And I'll just kind of lean against the doorway.
I move with purpose. I'll just mutter that under my breath.
So Alanthius looks towards you, Elgin, and says,
Koshchichi's cries could be heard across Avernus. I'm aware that you've succeeded. And I suppose you wish to gain knowledge now of where to find the sword.
We've helped many people sleep tonight.
Yes, and you are correct. We would like to know where the sword is, now that Zariel's attention will be elsewhere.
And you possess the map, do you not?
That is correct. And I'll just gesture.
Pat my pack.
Bring it to me.
I'll kind of reach a hand behind Hayes and usher him forward.
I will, push off, because I'm kind of leaning against the door frame, and I'll stand back up, right, and I'll open my my pouch, and I see him reaching back, to usher me forward, and I instead put the map in his hand, because he's not looking at me.
I'll take the map and just kind of look. I'll just kind of glare at him, and then I'll just say, "Yeah." I will. At this opportunity, I will step forward, and I'll hold the map in both hands, and then hold it out towards him in a very presenting fashion.
Olanthius takes his right gauntlet and points towards the map and touches it, almost like he knows exactly what he's doing. And as soon as he touches the map, he utters the name
Arches of Ulok.
And as soon as he says that, you see another destination appear on your map. If I can target it, there it is.
You need to clip that spot, Jamie.
What spot? What were we talking about?
When you said the name, when he pointed to it, you said the name, like three of us like leaned our heads in closer to the screen.
Oh. Damn. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll clip that.
What did you say,
but a location appears on your map, dubbed the exact name that Alanthius spoke. And then he says,
"This is your destination. You go through these arches, you'll arrive at the Bleeding Citadel. Festering, cankerous scab that guards the sword. It cannot breach it, but be warned, the arches has a guardian. I hope one of you are good at riddles."
Oh, shit. I look over at Doya. Doya, you know riddles, right?
Been around a few years. I've heard a bunch.
So what you're saying is cast guidance on yourself, and before we answer any questions, is what you mean to say.
If you believe that will aid you, by all means.
Any insight you might be able to offer that could give us a hint at what kind of riddles we could expect? Are we talking general knowledge, dirty limericks? Like, what do we got here?
That depends on the creature's mood. It could be simple child riddles. It could be knowledge of all the layers of hell themselves.
And his mood be manipulated.
Unwise. The creature is very powerful. It will know if you try such.
Well, no, you, I mean, not so much through means of magic, but, by means of,
I believe my friend is trying to say, can we raise the creature's spirits?
flattery, yes.
I doubt
Can
it.
he be flattered?
An Androsphinx is normally a neutral creature, but here, it's been here too long. Twisted, fiendish, maybe even undead now. I would not attempt to waste its time. I simply would only answer its questions.
Then it is settled. The die is cast. We know what we must do. And should we retrieve the sword, would you have any suggestion of our destination afterwards, other than putting it where it belongs, in Zariel's heart?
You have paths in front of you that all lead down different roads. Zariel's heart is one of them. But perhaps her hands is another.
Wait a minute. Are you suggesting what I think?
I am a firm believer that nothing is beyond redemption.
oh, thank you, Kim. Right.
Well, maybe you are right. But I must ask, if we were to, and Elgin's gonna almost choke on his words, just even imagining the idea of it, giving it back. What if it doesn't work?
Zariel's will is absolute. I would not walk to her and give it to her, or her next action may be to shatter it and destroy her chance at any redemption at all. Talk to her. Remind her what she is. I know you have the small one with you. Show it to her. Tell her what she could be again.
You've given me much to consider. This is something I think we'll have to counsel with one another on this as a group decision. But you have given me much to believe maybe that is the wisest choice. And I'm just gonna kind of look back at Doya and Hayes to see if either of them have any reaction.
If Zariel were to be given the sword, if we trusted ourselves to give her the sword, you believe that we would have to remove Bella from the picture first?
Are you talking to Atlantheus, Doyle?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Belle's involvement should have no difference. The only thing I'd be worried about is if you were to succeed, what would happen to Avernus itself? The chaos, the power gap, every hungry devil out there. They'll be reaching and clawing for leadership. They will all rise and they will eat each other alive.
Well, who suffers the most from that? The good people of Avernus?
I'm not sure I'd use the word good for anyone in this realm.
Sure. So fuck them.
We found a few people to be not evil, at least.
Many would
That's
be
fair.
jumping at the opportunity to slay Zariel in a weakened state. I can only assume if your words and courage are enough to shake her will, and she succumbs to return to what she was, if she even can, she would be weak from it. And it would be up to you to see it through that she doesn't die at that point.
I'll just kind of look over at Doya. I'm just gonna glance just over there, and then just back to Atlantheus.
Atlantheus actually follows up with that and says,
I don't recommend you redeem her one way or another. Zariel's reign must end, no matter what. The method on how you do it means little to me at this point.
I have a question. If whatever direction we choose, what becomes of you?
Atlantheus turns around and walks back towards the rock wall of names that he was looking at, and sees them. I think they're crumbled on the ground, actually. Yeah, Doyle, you destroyed all of them, didn't you?
Hulk smash!
Yeah, you Hulk smashed him. He's staring at the rubble on the ground, but he's still acting as if the names are still just on the wall, and the wall still exists in front of him. As he just looks down and says,
I would hope my soul would move on, and it wouldn't be damned here anymore. It is the only thing I could ask for.
Perhaps your fate is bound to Zariel's?
It is, along with Harriman, and likely you.
Well, be it redemption or further damnation, hopefully by the end of whatever today would be, down here, you may find peace yet, friend.
If you succeed, then I would hopefully agree. The sword is likely going to be dangerous to try and obtain. I don't know what lies beyond the bleeding citadel, If anything's there, good, evil, I only know of its guardian. The rest, you'll be working in the darkness.
Lanthius, as someone who has had difficulty with things regarding the soul, and just existing in general down here, what happens to someone like you? Someone who's bound to this place, damned to live here for eternity. What happens when your soul is released? Where do you go? Asking for a friend.
Based on the way Avernus hierarchy works and what I've had to do while here, I would assume that if I were destroyed as what I am now, I would crawl out of the river Styx as something lesser, a lemure or something lower. And after that, maybe an imp. And after that, who knows? The ladder only goes down so far.
Do those who return as something lesser have a recollection of their former selves?
Sometimes. It all depends on the higher devil that wishes to see them again.
Well, shit. And this is something you want?
No. Of course, why would I ever wish that fate upon myself? I am bound here because of Zariel. Whether she is redeemed or destroyed, whatever pact she has with me connected to her, it will be severed one way or another if you are successful.
And then you just become something lesser.
Alanthius shakes his head and then just simply says,
And then my soul is free, even if it doesn't deserve it.
I look over at Doya, and I have kind of this confused look on my face. So, your soul being free is a good thing, but if you release your soul, Maybe I didn't ask my question the best way. What happens to you if we destroy or redeem Zariel? Where does your soul go?
I don't know.
Fair enough. Well, you've helped us. Consider you, yes, somewhat of an ally, a friend, if you will. I'm always up for helping a friend.
Be very careful with how you regard me. All it takes is one word from Zariel, and whether or not I will it, I will see her will done.
Oh, no, I'll slap the shit out of you if you come after me, but you seem like an okay person.
I would hope you would.
And, I'll just kind of go back and lean back against the wall.
Well, then it's settled.
One final question that I have.
Then Elja's gonna kind of nod his head towards Alanthius, and then kind of do a little military kind of turn face, and then walk away, and then stand over by Hayes.
I'll reach my hand out for the map.
I'm just gonna look at him, and I'm not gonna like put it in his hand. I'm just gonna like tap it against his chest, and then just hold it there.
I summon my mage hand and grab it without moving my actual outstretched hand.
Right, you got your map back. Go ahead,
If we
Doyle.
were to fail in our endeavor, the portal that brought the Hellriders here, does it still exist? Could it be used in emergency?
I believe those portals were destroyed a long time ago, intentionally by Zariel herself.
That's what I expected you'd say. Notice that El Terrell is sinking closer and closer to the lava. If we take too long, we'll have to figure another way to get those people out.
Zariel has a lot of souls she will gain if this happens, which means more power for whatever she plans next.
Something I believe none of us here want.
That would be El Terrell 2, the electric boogaloo.
Well, thank you for answering as best as you can. May you find your peace, in whatever form it comes.
Letheus nods to you and then turns around and then just kneels down again towards the rubble.
I'll, as we all kind of convene back at the doorway there, I'll look at Doy and Elgin and just say, well, I feel like that went pretty well, all things considered.
I would say so.
It
Well,
was-
I say we head back to the car, and hopefully it'll still be there when we get back.
Right, I think. And Stab as well. Hopefully he's there too. And Lulu.
That too. Yes.
And all
I'm
of our
gonna
bedrolls.
say something, hopefully while Hayes is still close enough and Elgin is not. May move with purpose, but I still move with arthritis.
Damn. Should have said that to his face. Bitch, I have arthritis. Fuck you.
Look, he has places to go. He has people to kill. I mean,
Poor
smite.
So you guys make your way back to the crypt entrance, and also exit, I suppose, and head on out. And as you exit, everything's as how you left it. Your car is just sitting at the base there. Looks like Krakendolt got out, and he's just leaning against the car again, just looking up at the sky. You don't see Stab or Lulu as you walk towards the car.
Has it been an hour?
Absolutely not. It has been maybe 15 minutes inside that crypt.
Ah. Alright. Stab is knocked out. Jewel is like stuck on his face.
I'll walk up towards Krakendolt and just kind of under my breath, is he asleep?
He's been asleep this whole time. Which is strange, because it's hot as anything in there, but yeah.
Well, believe it or not, I'm fairly certain he's probably had to sleep in worse conditions.
Oh. Okay. I see.
I guess
His last name is Poulaire.
Poulaire.
That's a unique name.
I don't think it was his given name. I'm pretty sure it was a nickname he got.
An alias, I see.
You've seen how attached he is to that jar of mud. I question if it's actually mud. At this point, I'm like, I'll kind of shoot Doya like a glance, as like, I'm trying to fuck with this dude.
And Doy just stares at you. He doesn't say anything.
Well, fine. We tried. And I'll just kind of quietly walk over and just lean against the car.
Okay. Krakendolt climbs back inside and sits inside with his chicken.
Oh. Leisurely drive to the arches, face an unknown horror / riddle.
Well, there's no way we start this thing and drive it without waking him up.
Oh no.
I say we take a few moments, breathe in the fresh air, and let him maybe rest up a bit. Not everyone gets a sweet lullaby. And I'll wink at Doya.
After that last wind spell, not everyone deserves one either, though, but...
I'll look over at Elgin.
Yes.
What sort of riddles do you think they're going... I mean, I've heard of, like, forbidden passages and locked doors that stand behind the correct answer to a riddle. I'll be 100% honest with you. I pride myself on trying to be clever, and I consider myself a fairly intelligent person, but I don't understand riddles. I can't solve them. I don't know how it works. I've had a riddle in my pocket, in my pouch here, for 15 years, and I have not solved it.
Well, then I fear for our chances. I am not a riddle smith, or whatever
Did
you
just
call
make that
someone
up?
of that sort.
Is that a thing? Can we
I
hire
have
a
no
riddle
idea.
smith?
All I know is the battlefield and the word of helm. I would imagine, depending on this creature's mood, we might be better off letting Doya handle this. He knows far more than any of us. He's lived long enough. But I've also noticed that things in Avernus have a very mercurial nature. He could just as easily be a scholar of a riddler, or he could be a buffoon.
That's true.
Similar to the red dwarvish creatures we've met.
And
red
Doya,
caps.
how are you on the battlefield of riddles?
You've been around long enough. You've heard a few. I mean, I won't know till I hear it.
Well, here, test your metal on this, and I'll reach into my pouch, and I'm gonna pull out this old, waterlogged, kind of crumpled, torn up piece of paper that has scribbles like all over the back of it. It's hard to make out what it is. What can run but never walk? Have a mouth but never talk? Have a head that never weeps and a bed that never sleeps? I'll shoot a glance over at Elgin, like a worried glance.
I hope this isn't the riddle that the Sphinx asked of us.
It's a riddle that a dickhead named Jake asked me on the ship years ago, and I've never been able to solve it.
Wait a minute. Recite it one more time.
What can run but never walk? Have a mouth but never talk? Have a head that never weeps and a bed that never sleeps?
River.
Yes.
I look at it, and I pull it closer to my face. Jake, you fuck. And I'll wad the piece of paper up and throw it off into the distance as far as I can.
Well, I guess on the brights. Oh, good.
Of course it's a river. What else would it be? Idiot.
And you say this guy was on a boat?
We don't boat down rivers, we boat on the ocean.
Well, the
On the
good news
seas.
is Doya was able to figure it out. And if that is the case, then maybe we aren't in as much trouble as I initially thought we were.
Doya is now our riddlesmith. The champion of riddles.
Doya,
No-
Master
no pressure.
Riddler.
No pressure.
So, Jamie, if the riddle gets us killed, you might as well warn us that we need to start rolling up characters now.
I'll keep that in mind.
And for the next little while, I'm just going to kind of fume and just mutter obscenities under my breath as I just sort of pace around.
So what's you guys' plan now? Sounds like you want to wait for Stab to rest up. Is that what you're doing?
That was my plan. Whether anybody else wants to go along with it is that.
Well, if he's asleep, we may as well go ahead and get some rest as well. He's only been asleep for a handful of minutes.
No, he's been asleep the last couple hours while I've been driving.
Oh. Well, we may as well let him continue.
You need a rest too?
Mind a rest.
If you want to take a rest, I can stay up with Doya and keep an eye on things, and Krakendult and his friend. I'll look kind of grossly down at his pet that I'm assuming is clucking around.
He is holding it in his arms right now, and it is definitely clucking.
I will get in the vehicle and take a rest.
Okay, so you climbing in the vehicle, and so you're trying to take an 8-hour rest in there?
Yeah, may as well. If we're gonna take a long rest.
Okay, this is a good spot to take a break. So we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break. We'll be back soon to see where we go to the marges. Probably. We'll be right back.
Adventures, Morty.
And we are back. You guys are been hanging out right now, just trying to get some rest action in. It doesn't take long. You guys hang out for about 40 minutes, and Stab, you'll have an opportunity at a long rest here. I need you to make a Constitution check for me.
Oh yeah.
And you're right next to Elgin as well, so you got +5. Ooh, look at that. You barely.
I want to use my just on the off chance.
Yeah.
I want to use my inspiration because I have a feeling if I don't use it now, I may not use it later.
Okay, sure. Stab, that's a success, by the way. Go ahead and do your long rest and get all your stuff back, but make a Constitution savings throw.
Well, didn't need it, but glad I used it just in case.
You said make another Constitution one?
Yeah, savings throw. And you as well, Elgin. Oh, is that your second one? Or that was your advantage?
Make 2 of them?
Yeah, the first one is just to see if the long rest is successful because of where you're resting. The second one is for an exhaust check.
I am super exhausted.
Which both of you are fine.
It is done.
But you feel like it'll be more difficult the longer you rest in the wilds. But you both get the benefits of a long rest.
Yay, I get my luckies back and my spells, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Take long rest.
I think that's how it works.
Rested.
And I guess I should have said, you guys are you staying 8 hours at the crypt for Elgin?
Absolutely.
Either that or you can try riding in the back while we drive to the new place.
I'll say the first one.
If you drove off with me in the car still, I would probably not have noticed. My steed would be able to keep up.
Also, I would just like to make note of how fancy you look with that wine, DM.
Oh, me? Oh, yeah.
You had Pinky out there for a second, bro.
Do you recognize this glass by chance? Do you see the text on it?
That's my name.
Yeah.
Move it.
Hold it to your left a little bit. To your left.
Yeah.
I may or may not recognize where that glass came from, and I may or may not remember the day I gave it to you.
That's right. I got this glass from Hayes here on his wedding. This is a wedding little handout to all of us. Engraved name glasses. I've had it ever since.
Oh
yeah.
Some nice glasses.
I forgot what. Oh yeah, you guys were chilling for 8 hours. You got your long rest. I'll say you've just been hanging out at the car. Krikendult, seeing the name of this place can help guide you to it whenever you're ready.
Taking rest. Do I need to go ahead and get mine in too?
Yeah, buddy. Well, I'll hold down the fort.
Yes, me and Stab. We can hang out for a while.
You need to hang out for another 8 hours?
I only need 4, but Elgin has a better chance of sleeping if we stay still.
Well, he's already succeeded on his rest. You guys already hung out?
I'm just glad that we all chose
Oh, we already did the 8 hours
to
without
take
for Elgin?
naps one after the other instead of together. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, no kidding. If you want, you can try to meditate.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to meditate on the way there, assuming it's 4 hours.
Okay. You were asking how far it is?
Yeah.
Krikendult looks at your map and says, I think it won't take more than 30 minutes to get here.
I'll sleep after. Let's do this.
If you feel up to it. By the way, you drove exceptionally well for a man with arthritis.
Thank you. I believe you'll find the car in one piece. Not upside down.
Goddamn. Well, you said I don't have arthritis, motherfucker. And Stab grabs the wheel.
I'll hop in the back and, you know what? We could get lost. I'll start meditating just in case.
Okay. So, you meditate in the car. Stab, do you take off?
All right, Mr. Man. Where's that finger pointed?
He's pointing a direction, as far as you know.
Then a direction we shall go.
And Elgin, you're still in the car. Were you getting out to get on your horse, or are you riding with?
No, I'm gonna. Well, I guess because technically, well, yeah, you said that I completed my rest probably by the time the Doya would start his.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, I can telepathically communicate my horse. I'll just tell them to just follow the car. I'll stay in the car with them.
Okay.
Since I'm already there.
So you guys ride on then. And it is, just as Krakendolt said, quite a short ride. Your horse falls behind with no issue, Elgin, as you ride for roughly 30 minutes until you are at the base of what looks like a volcano. And then Krakendolt says, I believe it's up inside of there. And he just points up towards the top of it.
Can we assume that Stab talked to everyone and got caught up?
About what? Oh, about what went down in the place? I don't know. Did anyone tell Stab what happened? In that 30-minute duration?
Yes.
Oh, I'll catch him up if...
Stab's like, oh yeah? And Doya said, what? Oh, that's fucking crazy.
Elgin catches you up on what you said. He mentions, though, what Alanthius said about Zariel and roads and paths to do and all this and that and the arches and the Bleeding Citadel and Riddles and all that stuff. So you got it all now, Stab.
Cool.
Yes. Doya is the riddle master now.
Okay, because she's telling me.
All right, so you guys are at the base of this, what looks exactly like a volcano, but it looks like your vehicles and mounts won't be able to scale it. If you want to proceed, you'll have to do it on foot.
All right, guys. Stab gets out the car. Shall we?
We may as well.
What is the terrain like again? How like steep is it and stuff?
It doesn't look like you're gonna have to scale straight up, but it's a solid incline. It's gonna take a lot of leaning forward and kind of using both your hands and feet to ascend this thing.
But does it look like too difficult? Like I wouldn't feel like I need to help anyone else?
It doesn't look like it's gonna be like you're gonna need ropes and stuff, unless maybe something happens on the way up, of course.
What's Doya doing?
Trying to meditate for as long as he can.
Yeah, meditate for about 30 minutes.
Stab gets
being very protective of Doya's meditation.
Stab unknowingly tries to get really close to his face with his face.
A spectral hand comes out of nowhere and slaps you across the face.
The fuck was that?
And I'll kind of just look out the window to the right. What? What?
Guess Doya needs more time. Stab sits on the hood of the car and starts smelling his hand.
So you guys gonna wait 3 hour 30 on Doya?
Yeah. And I'm gonna sit and almost guard his rest, his meditation.
Like, if I come out of my meditation for a second, see everyone staring at me, I'm just gonna be like, let's go, guys. We can do this. We got this.
Stab talks to Elgin. And I'm like, so, Elgin, saw how I got big?
I did.
What if we did a team attack?
Well, what are you suggesting exactly? Are you suggesting that you grow big and he just kind of like leave it open there, see what Stab says.
Hold on, let me go over the rules of this, because if I like make myself reduce, and then if I cast it enlarge, does that cost as 2 second spell slots?
It's concentration, so the moment you cast it the second time, the first would end.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's 2 so.
Yeah, you can only do one. You can only enlarge or reduce one thing. The second you cast it again for something else, the other thing would completely dissipate and go back to normal.
Or if you cast a different spell that also requires concentration.
Yes, also.
That might be too much for someone to attack like that. And I could fly. If you threw me, I don't know if that would help you.
I mean, we could try a fastball special if you reduce yourself.
All right.
Or if you make me bigger.
I'll see about stab like just wants to make your hammer huge.
Well, that would be.
I overhear this. What are we talking about out here?
He wants to make my hammer. He wants to make my hammer grow.
No, I heard that, Rita.
Yeah, I
couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
I don't know how effective that would be in a combat scenario, considering that if it's too heavy, I won't be able to use it. So if you made me bigger, then my weapon would grow with me.
I kind of stick my head out of the car and say, "What? Can you elaborate? What is this fastball special you speak of?"
Well, it's a tactic that myself and a dwarven companion of mine back in the Legion. He was a smaller chap, of course, being a dwarf.
As they are, yes.
And I, being as strong as I am,
as you are, yes,
I would often throw him into combat situations.
Like you would physically toss him.
Yes, I would physically toss him.
Was he aware that you were going to do this before you did it? Or was this a...
Yes. Well, technically speaking, the first time that we performed this technique, he was not aware. But ever since, he took quite a liking to it.
So it was effective.
Oh, yes, I would throw him into legions of undead. And he would go flying with his war hammer, just swinging every which way, screaming and shouting for the glory of Helm. It was always a sight to behold. Can
So
also
you're
toss
saying-
halflings and gnomes as well.
So you're saying
Much easier.
We could potentially perform this with the use of Stab's abilities.
This would be possible, most likely. I'd at least be willing to try. He's probably would still be a bit heavier than my dwarven companion, but still, it'd be worth a shot.
How do you feel about this Stab?
Stab is picking his nose while I ask him. I feel pretty good. Feel pretty good.
Now, the real beauty is if you could get someone who's already a more on the shorter side companion and reduce them one more size, then you would be able to do what I like to call an ant arrow special. You could hide them on the arrow and just shoot them on across the way. It's a very interesting technique.
Well, what's Lulu doing? She's, I'm sure, flying around here somewhere. She's quite small.
This is true. I could fastball special Lulu without even so much as thinking about it.
Lulu is watching, very interested in Stab picking his nose, like he's searching for something, and she's very curious.
Lulu, you have to get your own, okay?
What are you looking for?
I'm just hungry.
Oh, okay. And she starts to fold in her trunk on itself and try to dig into her own nose.
All right, good girl. Shows the grossest role model.
Why do I feel like bad habits are being created here today?
Yes.
So what would be? I'm interested in this just because it's so different. So what, we would shrink someone or grow you, and you throw them into the fray, and then they spin around really fast holding knives out?
Well, yes. They would, or you could just swing your weapon as you dive into a mass of your foes and catch them off guard. Most people don't ever really expect it. Last thing that many undead, even being undead, would expect is a dwarf to go flying at them, swinging his warhammer as if he were, as if his glory to Helm depended on it.
What about a tiefling with a penchant for electricity and the ability to appear back in the catcher's mitt, if you would?
I mean, it would be interesting. If you had any close range spells that you preferred, it would also be quite interesting because you could cast them just right there in the heat of combat. Most people never see it coming. They usually don't expect their enemies to appear before them so swiftly.
Perhaps something we can entertain our next.
Well, yes, especially considering the legions of foes we have felled, the countless abyssal chickens, as well as the various and sundry raiders of the wastelands. I don't think anyone would expect it. Oh, yes, most certainly.
We have to keep our wits sharp. We don't come up with new strategy.
Yeah.
The devils here will undoubtedly learn our ways.
Oh, yes. I'm almost shocked that it hasn't happened already.
Are we going crazy? Is this place driving us a little mad? Do you feel that?
Oops.
I mean, I think being in hell is maddening enough. So yes, we probably have lost at least some of our mental faculties since we've been down here.
DM, is everybody staring at me and Elgin?
I don't know. Stab is outside with Lulu. I don't know what he's doing right now. And
Dad
Doya's
is just
still
looking at the two of them.
Yeah, Stab stared at y'all, and Doya is still inside meditating.
He's like, he's trying to get his 40 winks, or 20 winks in his case.
Regardless, I feel like, should we survive this, maybe we approach life with a bit more levity.
I think that it's not the worst thing in the world. I learned to be quite a stern individual during my time and working in Helm's service, and since hanging around you lot, I feel I've grown a sense of humor to some degree or another. I would never call myself a comedian or bard by any stretch of the imagination, but
sure, it would.
Oh no!
I would not recommend you change profession necessarily, but
I have an excellent. I have an excellent voice when it comes to Helm's hymnals, or so I've been told.
Well, perhaps. Well, I mean, it seems as though we've got the perfect. We've got the perfect recipe here. We have the musical talent. We have the secret recipe. And I lean in. Hayes fried chicken. We have the wisdom of how to run an incorporation. I'll kind of glance back in towards Doya. Albeit flawed at sometimes, but who isn't, right? And we've got the help. And I'll look over at Stab, who is... are you still picking your nose?
No, I'm just licking my fingers clean.
The point stands.
Stab waves. Stab's like, oh, hey guys. He wasn't paying attention. He just said hello.
We could go back to Baldur's Gate. We could open a business, kick back, enjoy life.
I don't disagree with this. I think it would be good.
That assumes we can solve a riddle, which now I've personally, defeated as I may feel,
I got a riddle for you, Hayes.
Yes, what is your riddle?
What's in my hand?
Is it something you pulled from your nose?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's not a. This riddle sucks.
You want to
like,
see?
Get like irrationally upset by this. What's
It's
in
right
your
here.
hand?
Stab slowly opens it, and hopefully gets him distracted enough to slap him back with his mage hand. It's a slap.
Did you see the mage hand coming from the side, Hayes? Or I'll leave that to you.
Seeing as how it's spectral, you would go through it, but that wouldn't stop you from slapping me with your own hand regardless,
Well,
which I wouldn't see coming.
Well, any hands summoned down here are like bony. They're like bony hands.
Stab isn't going for damage. He's going for speed and stealth.
Regardless,
Stealth!
I'm getting
Stealth it!
regardless, I'm getting slapped.
Okay.
I am slapped. And my eyes, like the deep blue that they are, like the bright blue that they are, kind of dim down to like a dark navy blue for a moment as I like look down at you. And then I'll just nod at you and say, I had that coming. That's fair. That's fair. And I'll dissipate my mage hand.
I just thought of that one, man.
Not a riddle still, though. And I'll turn around.
Those of us playing the home game, how's my sleep coming?
I was hanging out for like 30 minutes, so you got like, what, another 3 hours?
I don't know if I can keep this banter up for 3 real hours.
Yeah, we can fast forward whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah. I'm about to say, Doi is he's role playing this long rest.
I feel like we've done a pretty good job of killing some time here.
Let's role play. I got another riddle. What's in my other hand?
All right, are y'all wanting to hang out for 3 hours so he meditates?
I will drop a 6th level spell out of pettiness right now.
That a no?
Stab backs off. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Doya, you hear your allies loudly talking back and forth about wanting to get moving outside.
How long has it been now? Still just 3 hours?
It's been 1 hour.
1 hour.
I guess an hour 30 because you were meditating before you arrived at the crypt.
I'll be off to the side practicing my cantrips.
What do you
If
do,
they
Doya?
get like annoyingly loud, I
I'll
guess
be
I will.
praying.
Okay.
Stab is standing right next to Elgin, watching him pray.
Oh, it sounds like things quieted down outside. So you guys are just minding your own until Doya comes out?
Yes.
Okay. Doya, after it quiets down, you go back into your trance as a few hours start to roll by.
On check.
Okay. Go ahead and go ahead and make a Constitution check.
Oh, is he's next to... Oh, where that happens.
I don't know. Where's Elgin right now?
I guess. Well, I wouldn't be terribly far from the car.
Would you be 10 feet far from the car?
I mean, I can always. I imagine I would not have gone far from the car. I probably would have honestly just have been sitting right outside of it praying. I wouldn't have just walked off.
Okay. In that case, yeah, you were within Elgin's range, so you got a 19, Doya. You gained the benefits of a long rest, but I need you to make a Constitution savings throw again.
Yay.
Oh yeah.
All right, you're A-okay. Feeling well rested.
Questions for mechanic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What about staffs and things?
Stabbing things. Stab?
Staff.
Oh,
Healing
staff. Does it say long rest or dawn on your staff for recovery?
I believe it says at dawn.
Would not have recovered yet.
Okay.
What's the matter?
We've been sleeping a while. I figured
Okay.
they might have had a cycle.
Not quite. Not quite yet.
20 hours. Okay. Questions. What about the D4 then? Is that also on dawn?
What's the D4 for?
Wisdom modifier.
Yes, that is the start of every day, so that's a 24-hour interval. So we can line it up. Let's just put it with the staff. So yeah, not yet.
Not yet. Cool. Thank you.
Uh-huh. So you snap out of your meditation, feeling more ready for whatever comes next.
We'll pop open the door, step out, do a nice little stretch.
Hey, he's awake. What's up, Doya?
Don't actually go to sleep, you know. It's sort of the mind comes in on itself.
Sounds like sleep.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's an elven thing. You wouldn't quite get it.
That's fair.
You're an elf.
Yeah, he is. He's very much an elf.
Haven't you noticed?
Am I close enough to flick his ear?
If you want to be, you walk up and do a little flick.
No, I
More
mage
than
hand it.
likely.
Flick the ear.
Whose
Can
ear is he
dissipate
flicking?
it. Doya's elf ear.
Oh, is it noticeable? Can I physically see it? He flicked?
If you would, if you like, it's not a like a it'd be like a skeletal hand. It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
a mean flick. It's just like a. It's not meant to be menacing. But you would see it.
So, giant volcano base. I'm going to point towards the volcano mountain thing.
Yeah.
Certain death almost inside.
How many battles for humanity and life do you think have occurred at the foot of a volcano?
Oh, like 10?
At least 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, here comes 11.
Bring it on.
Stab spits on his hands and is ready to climb.
Okay, so you guys start scaling up the volcano side?
Yeah, Mount Doom.
Okay, as you go up, Krykendalt just waves and calls out, I'll stay behind with the car again. Good luck.
Just be prepared to fight for your life if someone tries to take it. I don't want to come back and find the car missing. Wait, car, not a car. This thing missing, unless your corpse is laying where it's supposed to be.
I'm not that good at fighting, but I'll try.
Just plead with them. You're very good at that. And I'll kind of look back to Stab and just kind of grin a little bit.
Stab's laughing his ass off.
I'll take a quick look back at Krykendalt and just kind of give him a smile and a shrug. I don't know. And I'll keep climbing.
Okay. You guys head on up the side of this volcano. And you ascend without much intervention. As you start getting near the top, the air stays just as humid and crappy as from down below. But there doesn't seem to be anything around. You don't see any flying creatures, no little devils, chickens, anything in the vicinity. Now, you reach the top, and immediately it smooths down to a basin. And this looks, if it is a volcano, it's completely inactive, as large rocks descend towards the middle of an open plain. And you see two large demonic-looking arches. One in front and one in back. Do you guys approach?
These arches.
What about these arches?
How big are they?
They are huge. They go up like, I don't know, like 70 feet up in the air.
And how far away are they?
The fuck was that?
From where you are now, up on the side, it maybe goes down about 150 feet until you're actually at the flat basin near the arches.
Well, don't these look ominous?
Yeah.
I'll look to Elgin. You think we just walk up to them and wait for somebody to yell at us, or should we yell out first, or...
Well,
I feel like this is a bad scenario.
Atlanteus did tell us no tricks. I feel like this will go better if we just approach normally.
Like we own the place.
That's generally my attitude. If you walk into a place that you know you're not supposed to be, if you act as though you're supposed to be there, most people won't think anything of you.
True. Like we walk into the test, like we have all the answers in our pocket.
Yes.
We do have the Riddle Smith with us.
That we do, and it's also very highly likely this Sphinx probably already knows we're here.
And let's not keep him waiting. I'm going to go ahead and start walking towards the passageway.
I'm going to let Doya go first.
Damn.
I'm going to look at Hayes, shrug, and then follow right behind him.
As a confident old man, stabbed his runs to catch up.
I'm gonna pull out a torch.
Oh, it's dark.
And I'm just gonna light it. And is anybody still back here with me? Everybody kind of walked off.
You're probably a little bit ahead of you.
I'm just gonna light the torch.
Very quick.
I'm gonna light the torch and just walk as though I'm in a place that needs a torch.
All right. Now, Lulu is flying right by your side, Stab, as you descend into the center of this place as well. And since you guys are proceeding onward, this is where you are and what you see.
The fuck?
And right when you take one more step, Doya, you can hear something stomping down the side of this cliffside to your east, as you all see a huge creature come jumping down the side of this volcano and approaching you, and stopping right about here, as it takes a few creepy steps forward and says,
"What has fate brought to the arches today?"
Whoa.
And it looks like this.
I
Oh, it's
let
got
my
three heads.
I let my shoulders kind of like I would have had my shoulders sort of pulled up and back, like good posture. And after that thing speaks, I'm just gonna let him down and just who's next to me at the moment? I think Elgin's next to me.
I'm next to you.
Well, this doesn't look like a thing that just lets us pass through.
It slowly edges along the front of the arches. Looking at you, Doya, since you're the closest, as it's walking, looks like it's taking its measure of you, as it speaks and says,
"Do you wish to challenge the arches?"
Wish may not be the right word, but we will attempt it.
"If you wish to pass, then you will solve the riddles I ask.
Oh, he's the. I'll lean forward
How
to
many
stab.
tries we get?
It's the riddle. It's the riddle guy. I'll kind of pat you on the shoulder.
I'm sort of a riddle guy myself now.
No, you're not. You're not.
Elgin is gonna reach back behind him and slap Stab on his shoulder and say, "Not. What be these riddles?"
After you ask that, you actually hear some mumbling from Hayes's pack as you hear a voice say, "Only fools step through Ulach's gates. They lead to nowhere a wise person wants to go."
I cut this thing like halfway through that sentence. I'll turn around and just start slapping the pouch. Just stop. Now is not the time. And I'll end up doing like a full 360.
The creature tilts its head, almost like very creepily, as it leans down and starts extending its neck out towards you, and then raising its head high in the air, and says,
"Those who wish to pass will either succeed or die. Do you wish to pass?"
Why are the stakes so high? Why is it that? Why can't we just... It's like, oh, we didn't get it, we just leave. That would be fine too, right?
So if we get this wrong, you'll kill us.
The creature just stares at you with it doesn't really have an expression, as it looks like its face is almost made out of skulls, as the skulls seem to be just grinning at you, not saying anything, as the creature just bobs its head up and down, breathing heavily while looking at you.
The camera pans to Hayes' face, looking directly at you, Elgin. Of course it kills us. Look at it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what's gotten into me today.
I was mostly humoring it. Look, we know the risk. We came here. We were told of you. But that doesn't stop our wants. So, riddles.
After you say riddles, the creature slowly twists its head to your side, Elgin, and then to the rest of you, and says,
"And this one speaks for you all."
No, this one, and I start pointing to Doya. He's the one who speaks for us. Doya, say something.
With this, I seem to have been elected leader.
He's the riddle smith. And I turn back, just, what?
I'm proud his friend is not wrong. We are prepared.
And all right, after you say you're prepared, the creature responds, lowering its head and keeping it low, almost like it's in a pouncing position, and says,
"Then you all will have a chance."
And I need you all to roll initiative.
Aww.
Roll a riddle check.
I'm so fast. Damn.
I'm just back here holding my torch.
And the creature will automatically get a 0. Okay.
What an idiot.
So we're gonna go into some combat here. All right.
Battle of wits.
The Sphinx stares, or the Angel Sphinx stares at you all with anticipation, as it mutters again.
"If you wish to flee, this is your last chance."
Stab, you're up first.
Stab stands patiently and doesn't really do anything.
End of turn?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you think Lulu feels?
Wait, am I acting out Lulu?
Either you can or I can, your choice.
I'd like you to do it, but Stab will be like, "Are you okay with this, Lulu?"
Lulu puffs her chest out and says, I'm not afraid. If this is what we have to do, then we'll do it."
All right. Well said.
Okay, Doya.
Doya's gonna shift his feet to a little bit wider stance and just put his staff in front of him, like centered. So he's like ready for anything, even though he knows it's just words.
Okay. End of turn.
End of turn.
Elgin,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
Oh, I'm completely deferring to Doya. So when I'm assuming that when the time comes, whenever a riddle is asked, I'm gonna wait to see what Doya says first.
Very well. Hayes.
I'm going to straighten up my shoulders, and I'm going to turn around and take it, and then turn back around. No, we're all going to get. We're going. If anyone's getting murdered, it's all of us.
Okay. That
That is
takes
fair.
us to the Androsphinx, which lifts its head back and then sits down while staring down at you. And this thing, when it has its head fully cocked in the air, this thing's like 11 feet tall as it's looking down at you. And it says,
You all still stand, so the riddles will begin. First riddle.
Wait, multiple?
That's what I was thinking too, man.
All right, I'll lean forward. Should we?
it lowers its head and says,
No man can kill me, try as they might. Though I can't speak, I can still bite. I come about in the shortest of days, protected from the light's cruel rays.
and it ends its turn. Stab. What do you do?
Oh no. Dab looks at Doya. He's like, Doya, do it.
Is that the end of your turn then, Stab?
Yeah.
Okay. Lulu looks at you and then just looks to Doya with a little bit of hopeful look in her eyes. Doya,
Cold.
what do you? So you say cold?
Yes.
Okay. Elgin, what do you do?
Well, that was my answer. So I agree.
And
The
Hayes.
cold.
Winter.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. The Angiosphinx tilts its head to the side again and reels back to its sitting position and says,
Cold. Very good. An
Yay,
easy
we
one
got it.
to start off. Your next riddle. I am one of 10 brothers for you to use. 5 of us together, and violence ensues. With just one of us, you can praise or condemn. I'm not just for you. I'm a slave to all men.
Stab.
How about fingers?
Is that what you say?
Stab's gonna be like, he's about fingers? He's gonna say that to Doya.
Lulu looks to you, Stab, and then looks at her paw, which has like 3 little nails on it. It's like an elephant foot, and she looks confused.
This might not apply to you, Lulu.
Doya.
Can you repeat the riddle?
The Sphinx lowers its head, almost aggressively, as it leans forward just a bit towards you, Doya, and says,
Agree with what you say for different answers is a wrong answer. I will repeat myself once. I am one of 10 brothers for you to use. 5 of us together, and violence ensues. With just one of us, you can praise or condemn. I'm not just for you. I'm a slave to all men.
I believe my companion is right. Fingers.
End of your
I
turn?
agree.
Okay. Elgin, same thing?
Yes, I
Hayes?
agree.
I hold up my hands and wiggle my fingers and
I
say,
believe that was close to the riddle I made.
I agree.
Okay. And the Sphinx, it looks like it wants to laugh. Its head bobs up and down a little bit as it sits back to its resting position and says,
Correct again. Riddle 3.
He's about to hit us. He's about to hit us with a hard one.
From living without and from living within. From the folds of my organs to the edge of my skin. My face tells not all that you'll find inside. A backbone supports me, covered by hide.
stab.
That one felt gross. I don't know about this one, do I?
Okay.
What do you think, Lulu?
Lulu takes her trunk and trying to touch her back and just says, I have a spine. I don't know. Doya.
Would like to think about this one a second.
You want to hold your action?
I'll hold my action.
Okay. Elgin.
I'm thinking on this one as well.
Okay. And Hayes.
Do we all get a chance to ask you to ask it again, or is it just like one for the group?
It leans
Don't get
down
in my...
again
Oh, he's doing it.
aggressively
He's laying in my
and says,
face.
I repeated once, if asked, no more, no less. From living without and from living within. From the folds of my organs to the edge of my skin. My face tells not all that you'll find inside. And a backbone supports me, covered by hide.
Are we allowed to discuss this, or is it like answer or die?
it just stares at you. And it looks like it's crouching lower and lower, like every second.
I lean forward to Doya. I'm like, is it like a watch?
I was
Why does it
thinking
have backbones.
I was going to say a grandfather clock, but that is along the same edge as a watch.
Time, maybe vague. Just a timepiece.
The thing about the skin and the organs and having a backbone, muscles maybe. I'm lost on this one, guys.
The Sphinx sits back and says, after you say that, Hayes, it tilts its head back and goes back to its comfortable resting position and says,
Wrong.
Well, fuck me.
and you see it look to the sky and then towards you and let out an ear-piercing, deafening, horrifying, undead roar as it uses First Roar. I need you all to make a wisdom savings throw.
Aw, that's my worst one.
Shit.
I'd like to use. Maybe I should use a lucky. Wait, do we get +5 on the things?
You do?
Yeah, y'all are all next to me, so everyone has a +5.
See what I
So
get
that
anyway.
gives me
Oh.
an 18.
Y'all didn't see it, by the way, but this is First Roar.
Oh. Oh, I can't be frightened anyway, so there you go.
There you go. So, whoever did not meet an 18, you are now frightened.
What does that mean?
That means you don't want to be anywhere near this thing. You can no longer move anywhere towards it, but you can move away. But if you were to want to move forward, your legs are frozen.
Can we get out of it?
What? This thing is too much. It's too creepy. I don't like it. We should leave. We can find another way.
Yeah, we should fuck off.
Stab. Your turn.
Ah, great. You already got it wrong.
It looks towards you expectingly.
Dad backs away slowly, hoping his friends follow. And he's just gonna like keep an eye out and just be like, guys, I think we should be running.
Oh, by the way, just FYI, none of you can be frightened either.
What? Oh, so we're not frightened?
None of you, long as I'm conscious and you are standing next to me within 10 feet, you cannot be frightened.
You know what? Fuck this thing and its riddle.
That's important. That is important. So you guys are, you feel like you should be, but you feel this aura coming off of Elgin that just, it gives you just that bit of bravery you need to stand face to face with this thing and still try to defeat it.
I don't like the way you asked that question.
Is that then your turn, Stab?
What's it look like? What is it doing? So it just shrieked and then it just stood there?
All three of its heads are just staring at you right now, but it's not moving.
Man, I want to see it move first. Stab, can I hold my action?
To see if it moves? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if it doesn't move, though, that means you lose your action. Are you good with that?
All right. Fine.
Lulu looks to you all, then looks back to it and says, it might be a creature of some sort? No, that's silly. There's too many. And, ends her turn. Doya.
What are things with backbones?
Oh, we're just guessing again? Oh.
Well, we can't ask him to repeat the riddle anymore. Mountain.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Elgin.
A dragon.
We all gotta agree on one answer.
Is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Hayes.
I just give it a middle finger. I don't know.
All right, that brings us to its turn. As it says,
a dragon and a mountain. You have 10 seconds to agree on one.
I'm still holding up my finger.
I turn towards Elgin and go, mountains have backbones. Can they have a face?
Your time is up.
And it leans forward and does a second roar. I need those wisdom savings throw again.
All right.
Bro, why am I rolling 4s and 6s?
So, if you rolled under an 18, you would be frightened, but you're immune thanks to Elgin. However, if you did fail, you are deafened now for 1 minute and can't hear anything.
My middle finger remains.
After it roars this ear-piercing scream, it turns again to you, Stab, and just tilts its head slightly. It looks like it's enjoying this.
Just thinking about it now. It's even more of a challenge to try to remember what was said.
Well, you can always ask to make a check for that stuff too. I mean, I think outside the little box a little bit too, right?
Like a check to see if I would remember it?
Yeah.
I don't know, I could do that. Yeah, can we do that?
Yeah. You know what? Make a history check.
Oh, shit.
I mean, he just said it. It's not going to be that hard to succeed.
Oh, wait. Since it's a less than... I think that's a reliable skill. Does that work on all of it?
I don't know. Link reliable skill again. All you need is a 10. Do you add your proficiency bonus to history checks? No, you don't, because you only got a +1, so it wouldn't count towards this.
Do
What
I get
about
plus
Elgin's
5 because
bonus?
of Elgin?
Yeah.
Does that count for it? I thought it only counts for savings throws. Does that count for
Savings
just checks?
throws. It's just savings throws.
Yeah, just savings throws. Stab.
Can I use my inspiration?
You don't? Do you have that?
You
Oh,
know.
y'all all should. I think I gave all of y'all one or two sessions ago, right? Is that right? Do you have it on your sheet?
Definitely.
That's like you don't know. Well, I'm pretty sure I did. So let's go ahead and if it's on your sheet, mark it off. But here, go ahead. That's your usage.
Nobody's
I-
used it yet.
I never use mark if I have inspiration.
Just roll the
on
dice
here.
again.
All right. What was I doing? History?
History check.
Hey.
Okay. You recall the riddle as being from living without and from living within, from the folds of my organs to the edge of my skin. My face tells not all that you'll find inside, and a backbone supports me, covered by hide.
Breath? I don't know.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Wow. I think I know what it is now.
Oh, I'm excited to hear Elgin. All right, go.
Okay.
My turn's already passed.
Oh, no, not yet. We're on a new round. We're on a new round.
Yeah.
Oh. A book?
Ah.
Lulu says, I just don't know. I don't know. Doya.
A book has a spine.
Well, yeah. Wait, Elgin. Not your turn yet. Now you're almost
sorry.
there.
Right at the moment, Doya doesn't know, so he's holding his action until he has a better idea.
Okay. Elgin?
I'm just gonna kind of look up and while not frightened, I will say it almost as if it's a question, and I'll say, a book?
Okay. And Hayes?
What?
Yeah, you're definitely. You can't hear anything right now.
What's it?
You
I
can
like
make
lean
a.
over. I'm trying to like look at Elgin's
I'm gonna
mouth.
lean over and Hayes' ear. A book.
Oh, I'm going to reach into the bag of holding. I am pulling out my book on alchemy.
Stab, you failed the roll too, so you're actually deafened as well. Both of you make wisdom saving throws. Wait, I thought you rolled a. Oh, that's your history check. Oh no, you didn't. It's just Hayes.
Yeah, he rolled a 16, so he would have had.
Who rolled
over
what?
an 18.
Hayes, roll a wisdom savings throw again, because it's the end of your turn. You can try to gain your hearing back.
Wisdom savings throw.
Nah,
I
boy,
don't
you deaf.
know.
You deaf. All right.
Who's there?
The Androsphinx sits back down and rests again, and lifts its head back as it looks towards you, Elgin, and says,
A book. Correct.
Yay!
Did we do it?
I'll
Was
just
it right?
kind of look at him and I'll go,
Riddle Masters.
The Riddle Lord. That's us.
It then says,
This is your final riddle.
What did he say? Does he have a mouth that moves?
you can't see a mouth moving actually when it's talking.
Is he saying something?
he said it's the last one.
I just nod. I have no idea what I just nod.
Only have one finger.
Yes, one. We're the best for now. I just look off to the side.
The Androsphinx says,
Parchment and leather charcoal, and ink. My importance eludes all of those who can't think. I am everywhere, ubiquitous, although I am small. And among my brethren, I'm more common than all.
Oh, it was brethren, by the way. I misspoke that. Among my brethren. Stab.
Is it a riddle?
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Lulu looks to you, Stab, and then back at the creature and says, "This one sounds really weird. Really? Is it even a thing?" Doya.
Doya is going to turn to Elgin, and if Elgin doesn't say anything, he's got an action prepared, but right now he's got nothing.
Okay.
I'm honestly not 100% sure, so I'm just in character. Eldridge is gonna kind of look at Doya and go,
Master,
"I kind of wouldn't mind hearing it again."
When you say that, the creature bows down again and says,
Parchment and leather, charcoal and ink. My importance eludes all of those who can't think. I am everywhere, ubiquitous, although I am small. And among my brethren, I'm more common than all.
damn it, my internet keeps cutting off and I can't hear the whole thing.
"You're not trolling, right? You're being serious?"
No, I didn't hear the last part, but
Okay.
I will.
I'm gonna read it fast for you. It's
Don't
okay.
worry about it.
I'm not gonna punish you for internet. Do you want to hear it again, real quick?
If it's any consolation, we live in the same neighborhood, and my internet is kind of slogged down a few times tonight as well. So
I'm on
Okay.
Wi-Fi.
All right, I got you. I'm gonna read it normal. Parchment and leather, charcoal and ink. My importance eludes all those who can't think. I am everywhere, ubiquitous, although I am small. And among my brethren.
Stop! Damn it!
I think I know.
Did you hear it? Did you hear me say stop?
Yeah.
That's right when my internet cut off again.
I am everywhere, ubiquitous, although I am small, and among my brethren, I'm more common than all.
Okay.
I think I know what it is.
Yeah, man. It is your turn still, Elgin. You asked it to repeat itself. Are you saying anything else?
Elgin's not saying anything. I guess this would trigger my action now.
It's a book.
I'm gonna say words. Words. Written words. Specifically.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go with that one.
Hayes.
is he going to ask the next question?
Make a wisdom savings throw, Hayes. The ringing in your ears stops finally.
Yay!
I just look at everybody who's like deep in thought.
Dab is counting his fingers.
I feel like I'm late.
That's okay. I think Elgin's got this one.
I point to the thing. This is bullshit. This is not fair. You knew when you screamed in my face that I wouldn't hear the next question.
The Androsphinx turns to Elgin, tilting its head, and says,
So close, so So close.
Oh
And
It's gonna
leans
scream
back
again.
and lets out a third roar. And I need everyone to make a Constitution savings throw.
Not
Or
a wisdom
take-
this time?
That's Constitution, and if you fail, you take some damage.
no! A Constitution to the flag.
Okay, all of you
Hey,
succeed.
you got them high rolls. There you go, Hayes.
This roar is so powerful, it almost moves you from your position, but you all withstand the force coming at you and resist the damage it's trying to deal. Does something still happen? None of you guys failed. Successful. So you guys take half of this damage instead. So
Okay.
half of 30.
I'm
Go ahead.
holding on my finger. Wait, I'm trying to. What is happening? Like, just telling it to wait a second. Nope.
So yeah, you guys take. Why am I having a brain fart? 19 damage.
18.
Oh, 18.
Wait,
Yeah,
even-
rounds down.
My internet's like cutting out. Why are we taking 19 damage?
Because it roared loud, and you succeeded this throw, so you didn't take the full damage.
Can I use my
Yeah.
reactionary to make it even halfer?
Yeah,
Alright.
because your reaction's covering your ears as best you can.
What kind of damage is it?
Cool.
This is, I believe, thunder damage. Yeah, thunder damage.
Thunder.
Ah, okay. Well, it reverberates through me still, but I'm still just like it doesn't affect me. It's like, what is the question? I don't understand. I take half damage from thunder.
Oh, nice. All right, so it's just a little bit. You guys are all still okay at the moment, but it looks expectantly at you again, Stab.
Letters or pages, maybe. I don't know.
All right, end of turn.
Page.
Page. Okay.
Page? Did you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Or letters?
What?
I said words originally, so
Oh, it's probably letters if it was really close.
I think it may be something to look like. I don't know.
Lulu just has her trunk to her head, just rubbing it. Looks like she's deep in thought. Doya.
I don't suppose there's any role we can make to maybe focus in on the answer, is there?
Of course there is. You can do what Lulu's doing and roll an intelligence check.
Aha!
Okay. Intelligence, you say?
Uh-huh. It's fairly difficult. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
At the moment.
Elgin.
Yes.
Do you have an answer? Or you can make an intelligence check.
Man. Oh, my intelligence is. Yeah. I would have a negative to it, so I'm not going to take the chance. I'm wise, not intelligent. Or more charismatic, less intelligent. It said I was close. I said words before. Bab, what was the answer you gave? This is out of character, by the way.
Letters.
You said letters, and what did it say to you in response?
I don't think it gave me a response.
Not yet.
Okay. I'm going to agree with Stab.
Ugh. Okay.
All
Letters.
right, Hayes.
I still have not heard the question.
That'll bring us back to the Angiosphinx. Which just says to you, it looks to you, Stab, And it leans back again and says,
I'm afraid the answer is just a bit more specific.
Did we get the question again?
it leans its head back.
It's gonna scream at us.
Oh. What did it say, though? My internet cut out.
It said you're going to have to be a bit more specific as it lets out another second roar.
Oh, no!
Go ahead and make a wisdom savings throw again.
I feel like I'm at a severe disadvantage here. I didn't hear the question. How could I answer? Nobody's told me the riddle.
Doya, Stab, and Hayes.
Wait, whoa. We get +5, right?
You do.
Yeah, but it's got to be. It's a DC 18.
Oh!
The three of you, everything
I
just
use my
goes.
inspiration. Fuck!
And the
I use
ringing
my
starts as everything goes quiet. And all you hear is a bell in your ears as you are all deafened.
Meat.
Stab.
Oh, dude.
What?
Fuck, dude! Stab takes a moment, and can I just, like, wait later? Just think a bit.
Lulu's been getting freebies. I gotta do her too. She's good. Say what, Stab?
Wait till later. Let me think for now.
Okay.
Can we do that?
You can hold your action for a specific reason. What are you waiting on?
Until the blood stops rushing out of his ear or something.
Okay, make a wisdom savings throw again right now since it's into your turn.
At the end of my turn. Bastard.
Did you hear what you must be real lagging. Make a wisdom savings throw.
Why am I making the wisdom savings throw?
Because it's the end of your turn. You have a chance to not be deaf anymore.
Wait, but I get to go later?
You're holding your action in case the blood stops flowing to your ears, so yeah, if this succeeds, you'd have your action.
This might be stupid. I think I know what it is. Maybe. Sorry, one more time. What was the wisdom save?
Yep.
Nope.
You're still deaf. Which takes us to Lulu. We'll try to rack her little noodle. It looks like she's starting to get an idea, and she's just mumbling to herself. They said letters and words. And he said be more specific. So what? It has to. And it looks like she's getting close to an answer, but she has nothing yet. Doya.
When everything goes quiet, right after the Sphinx said specific, Doya's gonna go letters, specific, smallest. I can't hear anything. Has no idea what's going on.
All right, Elgin.
I'm at a loss, so I'm gonna make an intelligence check, even though it's highly unlikely to get a favorable result.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, 4. There you go.
You come up Blake, Elgin. Nothing comes to mind. Doya, also make a wisdom savings throw. You should have done that at the end of your turn. You are no longer deafened. The ringing stops. Hayes.
What?
You're up.
I just look around at everybody. And I'm gonna make a perception check.
Okay, what are you trying to perceive?
I have no idea. Anything. Nothing, though.
Not a goddamn thing.
I'm at this point, I'm just looking around.
You look confused as you look around for something to happen, but everyone just seems to be behaving a little bit odd, as it looks like everyone's having trouble hearing.
I have ultimate faith in the riddle master.
Make a wisdom savings throw.
The riddle smith is going to get us out of this. Wisdom saving?
Mm-hmm.
That would do it.
Yep, that'll just make it. You are no longer deafened again.
Just in time.
And
What? Be deafened again.
Who gave an answer that time? Was it Stab?
I gave an answer.
What was the answer?
Doya said I, and Stab said what?
Stab wanted to hold his turn so he could answer later.
Oh, if you got the blood out of your ears, yeah, but though it's still deafened, I believe, right? Yeah. Okay. So it looks to you, Doya, and says,
It's as if you're just dancing all around it. Think or die.
What are we dancing? Who's dancing?
and it lets out another third roar.
God damn it!
I need a Constitution savings throw from all of you.
Ooh. I failed.
You know what? I think it's time to use that inspiration that I've got banked.
Yeah, probably right.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I forgot about it again.
You use yours too, Elgin?
I almost kind of wanted to save it for the actual. But I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna pray that Doya or Hayes can get it. So yeah. There you go.
What can we get?
Oh, you just made it, Elgin. Nice. So if you hit an 18 or higher, you take half of this. Otherwise, you take 40 damage.
Damn.
Looking too good.
Reaction.
As another roar reverberates all around of you, not hurting some of you as much as the others, but you can feel the vibrations of your body like it's trying to tear itself apart. It raises its head and says one more thing before looking to you, Stab, and says,
If you do not succeed, you will fall apart at the seams. Please.
Can I hear it?
Try again.
No, you can't, Stab. You just see it. It looks like it's talking, maybe, but it looks towards you again, and it's your turn.
Fuck.
It's getting a little deadly with this riddle, huh?
Yeah.
What would you like to do, Stab?
What were these intelligence checks people are running?
So if you make an intelligence check and meet a certain threshold, you'll either get a hint or perhaps an answer will come to mind depending on what you roll.
Do I waste my turn if I do low though? And I can't answer?
No. Speaking's a free action, so the intelligence check would just be in the action.
Oh, I should have just kept doing that then.
Or you could attack it, or you could run. I mean, there's a whole slew of things you could do.
I'm just gonna. What does a 9 get me, Jamie?
I'm afraid a 9 doesn't really help out too much here. Is that the end of your turn?
No.
I stab it.
Lulu, help me out here. It looks like you're getting it. What do you think?
Since Lulu has been making chain intelligence checks, I'm gonna give her advantage on this one. See if she can do this. Lulu looks at you, Stab.
Fuck.
And says, Stab, we have to do this. This is bad.
Keep thinking, Lulu.
Oh yeah, she's been taking damage too. So I've been calculating it for her, so I'm just gonna put her there. As she looks to you and says, I don't know how long I can do this for. Doya.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, make a wisdom savings throw, Stab. Sorry. See if you're undeafened.
Stab just wants to throw a random answer out there and just say E? I don't know.
So you are
do all the vowels.
You are still deaf right now. Doya, go ahead.
Make that wisdom or intel check to think of absolutely nothing. And period.
All right. Elgin.
Question, do we have a bonus action available?
You do. Their action was the intelligence check. Did you want to use a bonus action?
I think I want to use a bonus action.
Sure.
Uh,
Probably wouldn't hurt to restore some health or something, right?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to cast at 5th level Healing Word on myself.
Ow! Oh. All right. Well,
For
16
16 health.
comes back to you. That's a lot. God, that's a lot of twos and ones. That's bad luck. Now, Elgin.
You're muted.
I just realized I was muted. Never mind. No, this only goes to attack rolls and savings throws. I don't think this will actually. Well, maybe it would help us later in the case of a savings throw, but fuck. Shit. He's only gonna give us one more shot at this. It's a specific letter. A very specific letter.
Is it?
I don't know. I mean, they keep saying we were dancing around it, but I don't know. I'm honestly at a loss. I guess here, fuck it, intelligence check. Still nothing. Good. I'm just as stumped as ever. Yeah. I got nothing. Q. There you go. There you go. A Q. How about that? That's not a common letter.
Haze.
I still don't know what the question was. I'm looking at Elgin, and I'm looking at Stab, I'm looking at Doya. I want to get their and at Lulu. I want to get their general. Like, I can hear now, but it's only because the ringing just stopped.
You can ask one of them. It's an action to communicate with another person.
What is the general demeanor? I don't even know the question.
You can ask one of your allies.
Yeah, I guess.
Is that an action to ask my allies what the question, to recite to me what the question was?
Oh yeah.
So I can use. If they don't tell me what it actually is the DM gonna intervene and tell me what it actually is, or no?
Absolutely.
I'm telling you right now, this is a very crucial turn for me.
Jamie.
I'm walking on the edge of a knife right now with I'm gonna do one of two things at the end of this at the end of my sentence here, depending
Jamie,
on the answer.
Mad.
Yeah? What's up?
Would you get mad if I wrote it down?
No, and in fact, I don't know why your character hasn't taken out a notepad and written down anything yet.
Okay, because I did write it down.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Yeah.
All right. Can I respond to you, Case? Okay.
I would be please do.
Parchment and leather, charcoal and ink. My importance eludes everyone who can't think. I am everywhere, ubiquitous. Although I am small, and among my brethren, I am more common than all. I don't know what ubiquitous means.
Is he going to ask us two questions that are books?
I don't know, man.
Is it a book? A book! I give it the finger. Like, I just say it just in and I just give it the finger.
Would it do the same answer twice? I was avoiding it. I thought it was dumb because of that.
Could it be a riddle in and of itself?
It's just FYI, ubiquitous means it's everywhere. Or that it's in the area of you.
Okay, good, because I wasn't in character asking that question.
I just say
that's why I answered. I was like,
I say a book, a tome, whatever. Scroll.
I already said I
couldn't hear anything. I haven't heard anything for the last 2 minutes.
The last answer was books, so I didn't want to say books again.
I say books.
Is that the end of your turn, Hayes?
Maybe tried to trick us.
Did anybody say
books? Did
you just tell me books? I was deaf. Okay, all right. Somebody already said books. All right.
The books was the answer to the last riddle. I don't think we ever submitted an answer as books.
Not for this one.
Yeah. If you think they're tricking us is by saying books again.
I look at this thing's face. Duplicitous bastard. Books. I know it's not it.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I don't know what I mean, I couldn't solve the riddle that Doya solved in 8 seconds. And I couldn't hear for half of this. So of course, I'm sticking with books.
The Sphinx
Books.
looks to Elgin and then at you, Hayes, and says,
The letter Q and books. Which is it? You have 10 seconds.
I look at Elgin. You said Q?
Well, because well, first I said words, and then it said close, and then I said letters,
Is it
and
Q
it
or
said I was
books?
even closer.
Q or books? It's counting.
Books.
Question, Jamie.
Just say books.
Books.
"What's up, Doya?"
In that 10 seconds, is that long enough to do a check to undeafen myself?
Did you do it on your turn? Or...
I did.
Oh well, no, it's not long enough then.
Okay, I just wondered because rounds are like 6 seconds or
Books. Just say books again.
Not books.
Books. I'm afraid not.
It had to have been toothbrushes then.
And it lets out a first roar, which I don't even think you guys really have to check for if y'all just immune to the effect.
Is that the frightened?
Yeah, it's only the
Yeah,
frightened
it's the
one.
frightened. Yeah.
So yeah, this one.
When it does it, I just hold up like a finger to it, like, hold on, we're discussing the answer.
So you guys are immune to this roar. You still feel it reverberate throughout your bodies, but no additional effects happen. And it simply just looks towards you again, Stab, ready to go down the line again.
Oh, yay. Can I roll for the undeafen myself first?
If you want to hold your action to see if you undeafen, sure.
Will I get my turn skipped if I fail again?
Yes.
Read the question again.
Okay. Can I read the question, Jamie? Do you allow me to use that on my turn?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, guys, get out. Type Windows R and type Notepad.
I'm gonna type it into Twitch chat.
You guys ready? All right.
Go ahead, shoot.
Parchment and leather. Charcoal and ink. My importance eludes everyone who can't think. I am everywhere. Ubiquitous. Although I am small, and among my brethren, I am more common than all. I might be missing a line. I was thinking about, and among my brethren, I am more common than all. So that's what made me think it was E. Because there's a lot of E's in brethren. I don't know. Stab just says E. I don't know, man. If you guys have something better, fucking do it. And then he wants.
I was thinking it was a very specific letter that shows up in the first four words. I honestly, you know what? Fuck it. The letter A.
A.
Oh, you gotta hold on. We gotta go around to you.
Oh, wait, can I do the intelligence check too, or is it too late?
Yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead and do it, but that'll be your action. You're talking to your allies technically should be your action, but go ahead.
Can I still can I also do the wisdom?
That's at the end. That's at the end of your turn. Yeah, go ahead and make the intelligence.
Oh shit, my bad. I accidentally rolled twice.
A 19. Oh, so close.
Plus the 5 from the 5.
You feel like you might be in the right area, Stab, but you have uncertainty still about you with the train of thought you're going.
Maybe not E.
And Lulu, rubs her trunk against her head with her brow furrowed. Looks like she's squinting her eyes hard, thinking. And she says, among my brethren, I'm more common than all. Parchment, leather, it has something to do with words. Is it a word? It might be a word. And she ends her turn.
Can I do the
yeah,
wisdom?
make a saving throw.
I did that already, right?
No, you did intelligence. Do the wisdom.
Hey, all the gunk comes out of my ears and spews out like a sneeze.
Okay, you're no longer deaf from your own fluids.
Yeah.
Who's up? Doya.
Doya's not heard anything that's going on since he's deaf and he's just staring at the Sphinx. I assume my turn is marked by the Sphinx staring at me now.
Yep.
Let's do that check. Let's check. How about that?
Ooh, very nice. All right, Doya, you get a hint.
With a natural 20?
With a natural 20. I'm afraid the answers takes a little bit more. So you're positive that this answer, and with also the hints the Sphinx itself has been given you, it has to be some sort of word. But you're not quite sure which. You still have the rest of your turn, and you have a free action to speak if you want.
I'm worried. But I have not thought of it myself. I will defer to my ally's choice.
Make a wisdom savings throw.
Damn.
Your hearing comes back in a superb fashion as you nat 20 again. You can hear extra hard now, because I don't know what else to do with a nat 20 on
Extra
hearing.
hearing.
Hear a cricket a mile away.
Okay. It's parchment and leather, charcoal and ink. My importance eludes everyone who can't think. Everywhere, ubiquitous. So and so and so. I'm not going to repeat the whole damn thing.
Yeah, that rhymed.
But it's a word. It's one word. A word that probably comes up more often than most. The.
Okay, end of turn.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, Hayes.
I just look over at Elgin.
You chose the one word that wasn't in the riddle at all.
It's a common word.
I still have
Say it
ringing in
all
like
the time.
one of my ears. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know what's going on. So, I'll just agree. I'll agree with whatever the two middle fingers to the Sphinx. Sure, it's that.
Okay. I know Elgin's guess was the. Did anyone else guess that round?
I deferred to my team.
I did. I guessed E.
Okay. The Sphinx looks to Elgin and Stab and says,
E and the. Which answer is it? You have 10 seconds.
Elgin, I'll go with your answer. I wasn't very confident in mine from what I could remember.
That is fair. I stand by it. The
Sphinx looks to you, Elgin, and sits back and raises its heads once again and says,
That is correct.
What? No, literally, what did he say? What did it say?
It takes a few steps to the side and sits again and says,
The arches will take you where you wish to go. Where is it you wish to go?
I'm still blown away how that answer was
Out of character, real quick. The reason why, even though technically that word is nowhere, I don't think it's anywhere within the riddle itself. I took it as he kept saying that it was something. It basically everything he said implied that it was something you hear a lot. That it's something that would come up more often than not, and like just no matter where you go, it's like a word that probably is more common than.
It is in the riddle. It's among my brethren. Brethren.
There you go.
Is that what it is? Leather.
That is probably reading way too deep into it, but it's probably also right at the same time.
Oh shit, am I reading too deep into it?
No, I don't think you are, but I mean, it just...
That's
I mean,
actually...
Honestly,
before the Sphinx talks, that's we're 20 over. That's what we're gonna call it for your answer back.
Okay.
Oh man, riddles.
I was prepared to die with that riddle.
That would have gone that way.
I was almost thinking to just be like, if I really wanted to be like because I wasn't certain at first. I was like, if this ain't it, fuck it.
I still don't understand how it's the. I don't understand it.
It's in leather and it's in brethren. That's all I could think of.
That is also true. That is also yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's it's riddles. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Either way, you got a hold of it.
Brethren and leather. It might not.
Okay, so so basically what it is. Here's where it got me. So it says my importance eludes everyone who can't think. Now that one I didn't really know where it was going there, but like "the" is a word that usually implies important.
It's small. It's everywhere, and among its brethren, other words, it's more common than all.
Yeah, "the" is like one of the most common words you say.
More common and all in our language. There are a lot of languages that don't have "the."
It was speaking your language.
I don't know that.
I'm not going to get that far into it, Doya, as I'm pointing to you literally on my monitor right now. I'm not going to get that far into it. But I straight up, I would not. I would have died there.
Oh, we were going to.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Oh, 100%. 100%. That honestly, that was my last hurrah. Like if that one didn't honestly, I already had a character rolled up.
I mentioned something on my turn about being on the edge of a knife. I was ready to throw a lightning bolt at this motherfucker and just see how the cards fell.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like I'm not gonna answer your bullshit,
dude. If you'd have thrown a lightning bolt, I would have been right fucking behind you. Fuck this shit.
I'm done with your questions, you
because what I was about to do is cast Aura of Vitality just to try to help keep us alive.
I was done. I was like, I don't know the answer to this question, bro. So I'm gonna kill you and walk past you, or I'm gonna die because otherwise I'm dying anyway.
This thing would have been a fun fight. This is I can just say this is a legendary creature, so that would have been something.
Oh yeah, we would have been.
We would have probably gotten cooked.
Oh yeah, no, we would have gotten our shit would have got pushed all the way in.
But you know what?
Let's be real.
Not
would have gone out big dick swinging. You know.
We're going to be fighting a legendary creature at some point here, Elgin. I mean, what's a campaign without one? Why not 2 or 3?
I mean, I would rather not.
You know what? Honestly,
more than one.
Honestly, I don't like this thing's attitude. I feel like we should turn around and fight it voluntarily at this point.
Damn!
All right.
Give me a round. I can mask your wounds. Bonus action, turn into something.
I mean,
yeah. Bonus action, slap this motherfucker in the face.
Yep, the option's there. It's asking where you're going, and you could simply say your face and then attack its face, I guess. So that's on y'all.
Would that take our trip away? Because I think we got one free trip in us here. Sounds like.
I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen when you fight, right? Until the cards go where they go, and then we'll know what happens, right?
Like, if we defeat the Sphinx, do we get the power of the Sphinx to just ask people questions and go wherever we want?
Maybe one of you become the new Guardian and you transform and have to stay here for eternity.
That would be terrible.
I don't know, man.
That would that would not be the. See, we want to get out of Avernus.
Yeah.
We want to get out of Avernus.
If we control the portal, we can get everyone else out.
I don't know. Is that how it works? I don't know. There's the arches.
We'll softball anybody who comes along.
All right, we're way past, so I'm gonna get us out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Twitch, YouTube, however you choose to do it. This has been another D&D Avernus campaign stream, brought to you by the awesome people below me and myself. So, thanks for being here, everybody. It was fun. We do this every Monday night at 8 p.m. 7 p.m. Central. And every Wednesday night's another campaign I run. It starts at 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. depending, Central Time. It is the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Fairies and fae and Twilight stuff. So if you're into that, check that out too. It's a whole different group, whole different mentalities. So it's fun to watch.
If you hate us, check them out.
No one. Y'all are fun. Okay, this is fun. Y'all got some rapport with each other, so it's good to watch. So yeah, if you like this, because hopefully you do, watch the other group too. And what else? Quick announcements. Studio's still coming. We're probably going to be up next weekend. Get that going even more. Expect another campaign coming up at some point after New Year's, brought to you by Mr. Hayes over there. He'll be running something. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, who's going to be in it and whatnot. And he's trying to hide, but he can't hide. He knows this responsibility is heavy and on his shoulders. He can't get away because it's still too
wide.
I'm coming back.
So yeah, we'll look forward to that. And the last thing, if you like this stuff, please subscribe, follow, whatever other words are used for this stuff. See when we're going live. Check our Twitter. I do notifications there, let you know what's going down, and just make random tweets about what's going on in our Cloak and Stagger lives. So if you're curious, check all that stuff out, because we're active now.
We do things.
Yeah, we do things. I think I covered everything, so I'm going to give y'all a chance here. Is there anything y'all want to say before we get out of here?
We got Dark Tide coming soon. That should be fun.
Yes.
Going to be streaming on that. And then I will... against my mom's wishes, probably. I don't know, for real. And probably the advice of my doctor, I will be doing a shots for scares stream for Callisto Protocol.
Oh, no.
Because I truly hate myself.
Every time y'all do this, y'all almost die.
Yeah.
I don't want you to almost die.
Well, it's the almost part that's important.
Okay, just do it just as long as it's in moderation. This guy always gets us a lot of hype, but Jesus Christ, it almost puts you into a hospital too. So you be cool and do it in fucking moderation, regardless of subs. Okay? Not 1 sub per shot. Do like at the beginning maybe, and then like 5 subs a shot, because Higgins is going to be on there. Higgins is going to be on there pushing, because that's what he does.
That's what he's a real... He's either my best friend or my worst enemy.
All right, Stab, Doya, Elgin, anything? You guys good?
Good.
I got nothing.
Cool. All right, well, I guess that's it. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'll take it easy. Bye-bye.